Is it fine now? Oh, sorry. अब हो गया. हो गया. हो गया. Hello. Hello. Again. Repeat. Repeat. Wait. Wait. No. 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 Repeat. Repeat अच्छे से होना चाहिए. रुक जा. रुक जा. रुक जा. Repeat अच्छे से होना चाहिए. Hello. Hello. Hello, 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 nerd friends. How is everyone doing? Hello, hello. Hi, 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 hi. Welcome, welcome. It is Make Nerds Politics Hour. We are still calling it that. Maybe. It is Monday live stream. It is 9 p.m. It is 9:02 now. And it is 20th of May. Hello, hello, hello. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here to talk to you endlessly, if possible. But it is not humanly possible. So we're going to do at least 2.5 hours, as usual. So some things, fun things happening. Reaction video, friends. Reaction video has happened with Dr. Medusa. I hope you've seen it. Loads of people liking it. I like it. We weren't able to ratio India today yet, is what I was trying to say earlier in my excitement. We haven't been able to do it. So but we're getting close. We're getting close. Mainstream बनने का बहुत इच्छा है. तीव्र इच्छा, as they call it in our Hindi land. It is a तीव्र इच्छा to go mainstream, so we will get there one day. So hello nerd friends, and thank you for being here. Thank you for support. Thank you for watching. Last live stream did very well. We're getting better. We're getting better at this. We're getting better. I am going to write the entire political science episode this week, hopefully, because I have to finish my book first and then do it. A few of you had asked, and I'm giving you an answer. I haven't really started writing it because I'm finishing my book. It'll take at least 2-3 days more. So then I will do entire political science. I have a very fun episode planned around it. Yes. So today's agenda is essentially we are going to look at voter fraud instances primarily. So what I've done is on the Discord server, there is our wonderful mods. Our wonderful mods on the Discord server, they have created a very nice forum now for elections, and one of them is voter fraud instances. So I'm just going to take some of them and basically I'm going to tell you about them. There is a lot to go through. So a few of them. So in case you're a member, jump on to Discord and start putting links yahan pe. I'm looking at it real time. So in case there is another video that you want me to look at or anything of that sort, let us do that. So this is the idea today. Because it was the 5th phase of voting, many videos have come out, many instances have come out, and before also in the other phases. So we're going to watch some of those and talk about it because it's kind of nuts. Some of them are very crazy. Some of them are actually genuinely legit crazy. For instance, this one, like just to give you a taste of what we are going for, in case you have been living under a rock. Chat, you know, right? Like there is like weird voter fraud, voter suppression videos coming. I'll show you. Like for example, this one. This was tweeted by the Congress, by the way. चुनाव आयोग जी देख रहा है एक लड़का 8 बार वोट कर रहा है, अब तो जागिए. Votes for BJP.
ये है नंबर
दूसरा. He's recording all of them. How is this happening? How? Look at, he's a child.
तीसरा नंबर विवेक का है, ठीक है, मैं डाल रहा हूँ, वोट देख लो. तीसरा नंबर है.
तीसरा नंबर.
तीसरा. तीसरा 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 ठीक है। ये है चौथा नंबर आ जाएगी। पांचवा वोट है ये,
पांचवा वोट। Sorry, technical difficulties. Just need to fix my camera. चालू हो जाए यार. It's very hot in Delhi, friends, and my equipment is heating up like crazy. So I had to literally, now I have to keep my door open because AC उधर से आता है and this gets like a furnace. So the camera is heating up a lot, I think now. So please bear with me. आज थोड़ा camera difficulties हो सकता है. Anyway, continuing the video.
पांचवा है, पांचवा। पांच वोट डाल चुका हूँ, छठवां लेके जा रहा हूँ और ये भी वोट पड़ेगा, छठवां भी वोट पड़ेगा।
What is happening? Look at his face.
छठा वोट छठा।
How is he doing this? How is he doing this?
सातवां वोट, सातवां।
He's using different Aadhaar cards, yeah. सात वोट, सात. Another one. He just doesn't stop. आठवां. What is happening, friends? Seriously, what is happening here? If someone can explain it to me, how is he doing this? It's crazy. And he's a bachcha who is doing this. He was detained apparently. I think so, he was detained, as far as I know. But the fact that he was able to use 8 different Aadhaar cards to cast a vote, and I don't know if he's a minor or not yet, but apparently he is. So he can't even vote. So uska Aadhaar card kahin bhi nahi chalega. But yet, this guy was able to vote in 8 different places and he's recording it and putting it up. And apparently he's related to a BJP politician also, some MLA. His papa owns both booths. It looks like it. Imagine being so dumb that you record yourself doing something illegal and showing off as a flex. So Aishwarya, here's the thing, right? मैं वही बोल रहा था कि यार बच्चा है. I don't think he knows what he's doing. He's actually flexing because he thinks that this is a flex. Probably his family told him it's a flex. His father must have done it before him. I don't know. It's very weird. Let me just see where is the video shows BJP worker son allegedly casting bogus votes. Ek second. Let's see, there is a scroll article here. I haven't read this yet. BJP worker's son claims in video he cast 8 votes in Uttar Pradesh, Farrukhabad. The opposition called on election commission. He's a 16-year-old. He's 16. That's crazy. He looks 16. He's not a dumb kid. He knows what he's doing. I don't think so. Arnav, I know he doesn't look 16. He is 16 clearly. But I don't think so, Arnav. I think he has no concept of what he's doing. Honestly. I think he's genuinely thinking this is a flex. He was sent to do this clearly, but he didn't realize what he was doing. How is a 16-year-old allowed to even vote? Exactly my point. Like, and in 8 places. The 16-year-old is voting in 8 places. 8 times. Okay, fine. I mean, chalo, theek hai, ek baar galti se, no, maybe you let in, bars, You know, like the number of times minors are questioned about whether you have, like, are you overage drinking? Same concept, right? But worse because you're voting. It's crazy. The opposition on Sunday called on Election Commission to act on the video. Video shared by Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav on social media platform showed the person recording himself while allegedly casting votes several times in series of instances. Khiri Pamaran village of Eta. Village is part of Aliganj Assembly constituency, which falls under Farukhabad parliamentary seat. Mukesh Rajput, sitting MP, is the BJP candidate in the constituency. Polling in Farukhabad seat took place on the 13th. He's the son of Raj Singh Thakur. Rajan's father, Anil Singh Thakur. His name is Ranjan Singh Thakur. His father is Anil Singh Thakur. He's 43. He told that his son is 16 years old. Anil is the Gram Pradhan of Khiri Pamaran and is a member of the BJP. The Pradhan ka ladka hai. Pradhan ji ka ladka hai. Boy's father claimed that the video is misrepresented. He was actually voting on the machines when it was being tested in some instances. What? In others, he was found voting on behalf of mentally and physically disabled voters in the village. That part has been edited. But what? What? That's ridiculous. Anil Singh Thakur has been the Gram Pradhan. I have been with BJP since I was born. Okay, fair enough. He added that he had been called to the local police station shortly after the video was shared. Subhash Chandra Prajapati, the additional district magistrate, told Scroll that administration will file a case soon. The returning officer is looking into the matter. We have not filed an FIR yet, but we will. Yadav said that election commission must take some action if it feels what has happened is wrong. BJP's booth committee is actually a loot committee, former chief minister added. Man, this is crazy. This is insane. Can someone share the link of the article Meghnad is reading? I will share the link of the article I am reading. Here you go, friend. हमको तो फोन बूथ में नहीं ले जाने देते और ये लोग वीडियो बना. Exactly, Mohit Kumar. See, even if he was doing like testing, like, okay, I mean, I don't believe his father at all. Bullcrap. Chalo, let's believe his father then, hypothetically. So he's sending his son to a polling booth while the testing is going on, EVM testing is going on, and you can hear an officer in the background saying Aadhaar card kahan hai, by the way. I think the voting is actually going on when this was taken. कहाँ गया मैंने अभी तो play किया. Oh yeah. There's a point where you can hear that also. Look at this. And he's showing the Aadhaar card. If it was testing, why would he be doing that? Why would he be doing this behavior? And then if he's actually voting on behalf of someone, is he actually allowed to do that? He's a 16-year-old child. और 8 इसमें दे रहा है वो. और फोन कैसे लेके गया? So many questions. How is the phone allowed? If it was a test, then why is in the background can we hear someone asking about somebody's Aadhaar card? Exactly, Bruce Stark. I mean, that's what I was saying. Like, you can hear in the background, activity in the background seems like voting is happening. It is very common in UP during mayor election. Many people were voting on behalf of person giving the alcohol in reward. See, that's the thing, like all these people who say that, we have spoken about EVMs a lot, right? EVM ka kaise ho sakta hai, ye kya ho sakta hai. This is ground level voter suppression and fraud. This is next level. I mean, like the amount of, I can't even talk about some of the videos that I've already seen about this. I don't know. Don't want to get into trouble. But it's crazy. The kind of shadiness political parties have come up with to basically, rig the polls is nuts. Look up Dahod, Gujarat. Same thing happened there. Guy recorded himself while doing it. Tushar, if you're a member, you can go to Discord and you find that forum. And can you post a link? I'll take a look at it. Pooja has put up a link right now, which is, oh, Aditya Thackeray has said something. Aditya Thackeray is saying to the ECI sweep, ECI sweep. It should be ECI sleep. Anyway, absolute pathetic management. An agency that boasts about one nation, one poll cannot conduct an election process that is smooth even in one constituency. Forget the entire city. Citizens have complained about heat, suffocation in booths, possibly purposeful slow voting, especially in selective constituencies, lack of separate lines for senior citizens and pregnant women in many booths, absence of fans, water and shade have angered the citizens. We Mumbaikars stepped out to vote, but your pathetic management, purposeful voter suppression methods tried to keep us away from the booths. Nonetheless, people stepped out and voted. That is Mumbai. There was one more video that came out, which was this one. Amit Trivedi was not able to vote.
Hi guys, I went for voting today, and the moment I reached the booth, I showed him this receipt. The guy checked this receipt. Sorry, this one. It's the correct one. And as you can see, that Kramank 1080, he put a cross on that. Now this was given to me by these people only. This receipt. I just showed him. I went inside and showed him. ये है मेरा voting. I had my voting ID, I had my Aadhaar card, everything was in place. And he said ये 1080 तो है ही नहीं, आपका नंबर तो है ही नहीं, आप जहां से लिया बाहर से आप ठीक करा के लाओ. Okay, fine. I went outside. There was a huge queue outside, and after reaching my line, after like half an hour, the guy checked on some book, some register, and some paper, and they were checking for half an hour. मैंने बोला कि आप ये पेपर और बुक में ढूंढ रहे हो, हम डिजिटल एज में हैं, एवरीथिंग इज ऑन इंटरनेट. हम अभी तक ठीक है, दैट्स अ डिफरेंट चैप्टर ऑल टुगेदर. वी कैन एक्चुअली वोट आल्सो ऑन फोन these days, but I don't know why. छोड़ो जाने. But after checking for half an hour, he checked on his phone also. He checked all my details. He did everything for half an hour. And after that, he's saying, sorry, nahi hai sir, you can't vote. So I said, मतलब मैं वोटिंग कर नहीं पाऊंगा. आपने नो सर, नहीं कर पाएंगे. बहुत लोग डिसअपॉइंटेड गए सर, 200-300 लोग ऐसे डिसअपॉइंटेड गए. बहुत लोगों के साथ हो रहा है. पता नहीं. Okay, fine. So I couldn't vote.
That's horrifying. But then Amit Trivedi के साथ हुआ ये. Amit Trivedi of all people. And of course he's going to talk about it. Some people have been saying that he should have checked basically before going there and all the things. He's responded to that also. Like you should check on the check online, you should do all the things. And he said, I have seen your replies. Just to make it clear, all online due diligence and checking was done in advance. Another family member and I were in the correct booth. One got to vote, other didn't. Yeah. So basically suppression हुआ है उसके साथ. Abhinav, hello, hi. I think Abhinav is new and he was asking what is the special stuff can we do with membership on this channel. So friends, if you become a member of this channel, you get access to our wonderful now thriving community of nerds, which is our Discord server. I do basically members chats वहाँ पे sometimes, and also you get access to members only streams. So this week I'm going to do a recording, a reaction recording. So either tomorrow or day after, I'll figure that out. So you will get access to that recording. It is going to be members only. The cut video will be put out later. But if you want to see the full thing, I'm going to try and do it this week. I had promised earlier, but I had to leave, so I couldn't do it. But this week I want to do it. Hey, Dhiru Bhai, thank you so much for the 8 months, friend. At this point, people should stop asking where is ECI, etc. and just start saying ECI is committing election fraud until they prove otherwise. I agree. I absolutely agree. ECI is being extremely shady. Absolutely. Like, this doesn't inspire confidence at all. And are we in a place where unless some child like records it and does like flexing of booth capturing or like multiple voting, whatever you want to call it, we won't know, so the election commission won't act. Is this the place we are living in now, where the culprit, unless they basically do it and expose themselves, easy as like, "अरे क्या कर सकते हैं, क्या हो सकता?" Garbage. New people, say hi. Hello, new people. Say hi. I want to say hi to you. Also, Alu is here. Alu is going to be very in and out because the door is open. I'll show you Alu in a bit. Where is the... I think I missed some super chats. Oh, hello. For this comment. Hey, thank you for the support, friend. Vimo ko bhi lekar aana. I do want to do another reaction video with Vimo. Let me just figure it out with him. Yeah, I will. Hack Baba, thank you so much for basic support. People do consider supporting the stream if you like my work. Would be much appreciated. Alu Cam. Alu kidhar hai? Alu Cam. Alu किधर गया? आजा. आलू कैम. अरे आलू काम चालू नहीं हो रहा है. अरे what is happening with आलू कैम? Hey आलू कैम. आलू say hi. Alu, nice. You look nice, Baba. You look nice. Alu Cam. Yes. Why are you so happy? What is happening? Voter suppression हो रहा है, Alu. Voter suppression हो रहा है. सच्ची. Amit Trivedi couldn't vote, Alu. Yes. And a literal child went into a voting booth and voted 8 times. पता है? Very bad. Yes, correct. Very bad. It was very bad. Correct. She understands. She hates voter fraud also. Oh, अरे रुक बे. आलू, रुक ना बे. रुक जा. There are people watching. You can't masti when people are watching. Alu will vote 8 times too. I have same Alu but in brown color. Alu reminds you of Nana Patekar. What? Was busy with exams for a few weeks. Joining your stream after a very long time. Love seeing the new Alu cam. Hey Harshita, thank you so much for coming again. Are there new people? Arjun is new. Hello. There is Sahil who is new. Someone is new. Nisha is new. Hello everyone. Saral, Satyendra, Kashmir story for this comment is saying bye. किसे वोट किया आज? जयंत सर, मेरा वोटिंग नहीं था आज. आई एम इन दिल्ली. मेरा 25th को है. आई गॉट द चिट्ठीज. So I'm going to vote on the 25th. Pugalia, please also, is PG not contesting because she'll have to declare her assets? It looks like she has all the NG family dollar or maybe fake news. Also, thank you for the support, Siddharth. Priyanka Gandhi is not contesting because she'll have to declare her assets? No, I'm not sure if that is the case, but that's a good point. I don't know. It looks like she has all the Nehru Gandhi family. Okay, or maybe fake news. Again, I don't know. It's like all theory, right? But I feel like the whole fact that Rahul Gandhi didn't contest from Amethi, he instead went to Rai Bareli, and Priyanka Gandhi is not contesting. That's a strategic thing. Like rather than conspiracy theories, why don't you just trust what she is saying and let's just use our brains, and maybe it will make sense that, oh, maybe it is a different strategy which we haven't seen. Maybe we don't understand. So that's fine. But hoga, maybe, if you want to believe conspiracy theories, go right ahead. Go right ahead. But know that it's a conspiracy theory. Then you won't believe it, right? Klush is saying, thank you so much for the support, Klush. Name not on voter list has happened to me also once in ward member election. Out of all family members, only my brother's name was in the list. We went to 3 different booths but couldn't vote. Yeah, I've heard stories of this happening within my family also. This has increased in the last few elections for sure. I've heard so many of these now. I'm leaving. I'll never watch this channel again. I want Aloo Cam otherwise. Aloo, I can't just keep doing Aloo Cam for the entire stream. No, Aloo is going in and out. AC udhar hai. It's very hot and Aloo prefers to be here, there, in front of the AC with like full blast on her face. Long time lurker, first time question poster. How do you respond to people who say Modi has built infra, toilets and financial systems? Progress is necessary, so vote BJP. I say good on you. I say good on you. Well done. Listen, Janani, if I may give you some little bit of advice, right? People vote for different things. Okay. Think about it this way. Like if someone is genuinely getting benefited from infrastructure, from even if they are crediting Modi ji for UPI, for the implementation of it, or whatever else they think Modi ji has done. It can be anything. It can be Modi ji ne India ka मान बढ़ा दिया, right? G20 में he was the tallest leader in the world. Some people might believe whatever, right? They have their own reasons for voting, right? Unless they learn the skill of critical thinking and start questioning those things, no matter what you say, they will not change your mind. So don't waste your time, right? Instead, what I recommend is just try to understand why people are voting at all, right? So as you have already encountered some people who like infrastructure, toilets, financial systems, it's important for them. So let them. There will be people who will be like, मुझे 5 kilo ration मिलता है, that's why I vote. See, that's a different reason. Some people might say कि मंदिर बनाया, that's why I vote. उनके आस्था का issue है, and they think that Modi ji has fulfilled that. Sure. Then there is another thing, which is there is of course like right-wing rabid Hindutva crowd also, which is like, oh, Modi ji Muslims ko sabak sikha rahe or whatever, right? If you call them out, they will not believe you. They will not, because they have convinced themselves, right? So my thing is, you don't need to say anything, right? It's for you to rationalize why you are voting. So it's better to think about that, honestly. It's not your job also. Yogi Padityanath, thank you for the support. That was. Commander something is saying, good to see a lefty propagandist in India. Thank you. And thank you for the support. I recently saw you react to Modi's speech with Medusa A1, educate and agitate. I was waiting for a Hasanabi like propagandist for us Indians. Keep it up. I'm not sure if you want to call me a propagandist, friend. Chat, do you think I'm a propagandist? Can we explore this a little bit, friends? I've been trying to figure this out also. Am I a propagandist? एक poll कर देते हैं ना? Is Meghnard a propagandist? Let's see. Yes. No. क्या फर्क पड़ता है? It should be an option, right? क्या फर्क पड़ता है? Let's see. How many of you think I'm a propagandist? Lots of people think I'm interesting. So, being normal is propaganda now. True propaganda, okay. Define propaganda, please. That's a good place to start. Let's see. Oxford English Dictionary? I'm pretty sure I've done this before also, but let's do it again.
propaganda, propaganda, propaganda.
Learn to pronounce. No. Information, especially of a biased or misleading nature, used to promote a political cause or point of view. Okay, so information I do give, it is biased, correct. Misleading, I try not to, but sometimes maybe I don't know enough and say things and then someone corrects me, then I'm like, okay, fine. If you've convinced me that I was wrong, I would be like, ha, theek hai, I was wrong. I have no qualms saying that I was wrong. Am I being deliberately misleading? No. I do not do that. If I'm being misleading, if you think I'm being misleading, you can ask me and then I will tell you whether I was doing it deliberately. And mostly or all the time, I would say, no, I was not doing it deliberately. Okay. Intent matters. Used to promote a political cause. What is the political cause I'm trying to promote? I think one of the political causes I'm trying to promote is citizen awareness. I feel like citizens should be more aware. I feel like citizens should know their rights. I feel like citizens should be entitled. I feel like they should dissent. They should question their government. It is a political cause. Correct? And point of view also. Correct. So if you take this, I feel like 75% I'm propaganda. Not the misleading. It's an or, okay? So we can take it both ways. Interesting. Dissemination of propaganda as a political strategy. Political strategy. What is my political strategy? Do you want to do? I don't want to fight elections. At least now. Like maybe sometime in the future. Who knows? I'm right now. I'm not fighting elections. Right now, I'm not joining a party. So. वैसे मेरी political strategy is exactly what I told you to make you more aware, if that makes more sense. Check the poll. 15% think I'm a propagandist, fair. 41% no, and of course 44% is क्या फर्क पड़ता है. Exactly. I mean, I was expecting कि last में ज़्यादा आएगा, but yeah, makes sense. Thank you so much for the support, friend. Wagner is not a propagandist, but is quite close to a polemicist. Okay, ये क्या है? This is a new word. I haven't seen it. Polemicist. What is this? Oh, friends, I know a lot of you have sent me. I got trolled by some dostcast podcast apparently, right-winger podcast. Do you want me to see it? Do you want me to show it to you? It's not pleasant, but it's fun. Like I think, let us take it in the gut. Like let us take a gut punch. So you want to watch it? Dostcast. Yes, you do, right? I knew it. See, this is the wonderful thing about the internet culture verse. No, YouTube pe they must have seen like vague things. Now they have said things. Now I will react to it. Then they might react. Hi. Notoriety बढ़ रहा है, friends. I think अच्छा हो रहा है. Okay, first, what is polemicist? A person who engages in controversial debate. I like that. Yes, I'm a polemicist. Agreed. Brilliant polemicist with an independent critical mind. Thank you, dictionary. Thank you. So much validation also. I like this. Okay, a lot of people want to see the thing, dostcast. Sham Sharma and all. So yeah, that I'm preparing you. It is Abhijit Iyer Mishra, Sham Sharma, and one guy who curses a lot. I don't know who he is exactly, but I believe Shweta had also shared it with me. Let me just find it once. I was like, पूछ लेते हैं पहले friends को. 31 minute, 1 hour 31 minute. I think this is the one. Yeah.
Lack the ability to study the political history of India. Free speech is dead in India. This I give credit to Anand. Anand ने वो जो thread बनाया ना, free speech under Congress, free speech under BJP, वो basically कुछ नहीं करता, वो thread के अंदर act करते जाता है.
The best paper to read on this, if you want an academic reading, not a thread, is Tripurdaman Singh's paper in that edited one.
आप लोगों को इंटेलिजेंस से दिक्कत है.
क्या
It's become a derogatory word now.
Let me just find it.
Wasn't always the case.
You need experts, but I mean, मैं तो
I think.
मैं इतना
Boss, we just live life and we have fun. Okay, we're commentators.
Yeah.
We prefer commentators.
I would say commentary correct word होगा, because ये जो intelligence जो है ना, मतलब इंटेलिजेंसिया मतलब मैं नेशनल एडवाइजरी काउंसिल का पार्ट हूँ, चूतियों के साथ तो मैं नहीं हूँ।
जेल में गए ये दोनों व्यक्ति, हेमंत सोरेन तो बहुत वक्त से जेल में है, अरविंद केजरीवाल को बोला गया क्या?
बहुत सारे
बहुत बार हो चुका है ये।
Then specifically,
वो video याद है?
are we really myopic to history?
एक मिनट।
Do we just see the world and
It's all echo chambers. So I'll give you a nice example. I don't know if अभिजीत remember जब मैं और तू वो साउथ बॉम्बे से वापस आ रहे थे घर पे, तभी याद नहीं वो मेमनाथ का वीडियो हम लोग ने देखा था उसकी लाइव स्ट्रीम पे. That was so funny.
मेमनाथ?
अरे वो मीमनाथ जो भी है ना,
there's a guy called Meghnad.
न्यूज लॉन्ड्री का मेघनाथ है ना,
हाँ, तो उसका
he used to run classes on constitutional law and things like that.
It's a
He used to
great
pay.
I didn't run constitutional law classes. I did 2 seasons of a series explaining how democracy works, or trying to in a friendly, nice way. But okay, Abhijit Iyer Mitra. Just to give you some history, Abhijit Iyer Mitra and me were in a debate in Bombay long time ago. Like when I was not even that known. I mean, I had done Constitution, and I vaguely remember the debate also, honestly. So he knows me from there. I have met him.
Of that guy.
And he didn't know that prior to Surat, 35 MPs, 10 in the very first Lok Sabha,
अरे उसका खुद की लाइव स्ट्रीम पे
11 in
चुतिया
the
कटा.
second Lok Sabha under Nehru had been
Great
elected
video.
unopposed.
और सबसे ज्यादा नेहरू के अंदर हुआ, और वो खुद की लाइव स्ट्रीम में उसका चूतिया कट रहा है,
Live
और उसकी
feed
आंखें ना
कर
जैसे उसके गोगो की आंखें निकाल के गोटियां खेलूंगा, और
अच्छा।
उसके साथ बोलते ये तो बहुत गंदा चूतिया कटा हमारा रे.
अच्छा.
यार, ऐसे लोग हैं यार.
Also, I remember this stream, and this actually, I mean, not the way he describes it. Of course, मेरे को ऐसे आंखें निकल के वगैरह नहीं आई है. I remember I was talking about this, I think a few weeks ago only, when I was covering the Surat thing. Someone had pointed out that there have been other instances of people getting unelected, not from the same seat, but there was like this article we were looking at after that, once someone corrected me. And that is when I went into the rabbit hole also. I was the one who was like, oh, interesting, let's look at this. And then I was like, oh yeah, पहले भी unopposed हुए हैं काफ़ी बार. Dimple यादव का example था. There were a few others. I did it on that stream, very stream. But clearly, I think इनको एक clip मिला कहीं से. Okay, so someone, I think now clips are circulating, which is great for us. I mean, for this channel and nerd community. It's great. They're clipping things now.
Great meme of that guy. I wish somebody can find it and put it on the podcast where so the caption is eventually you become what you hate. And there's a picture of that guy, and right next to it there's a picture of Golwalkar. And they look very similar.
That's a meme I had put out
But that's
about
such an insult
myself.
to Golwalkar though.
I know, I apologize.
But dude, see, try and understand. People go.
Okay, wait. I need to tell you. So he's talking about this. I had done a. Wait, कहाँ गया रे? ये है क्या? No. कहीं तो भी मैंने उसी दिन ये see this. I had put this picture out, which I've also used in the video. I thought it was very funny. It's like I have a bunch of thoughts also. So there is a Twitter handle called Narundar. He had basically like quote tweeted this saying you become what you hate, which was very funny. It was very funny. And then he had put like Kunal Kamra and Amit Shah, and then people were doing like other people also, and I was like, oh, this is hilarious. So वो जो meme है ना, वो मैंने डाला है. मैंने खुद का meme बनाया वो, like literally. And then Narundar added to it, and that is how it became a meme. And I love it. I love it. It's fun. हाँ तो ये सर हमको ज्ञान दे रहे हैं, कुछ रुक सुनते हैं.
Well, that's such an insult to Golwalkar though.
I know.
Oh, Abhijit के according that's an insult to Golwalkar. Sorry Golwalkar. I'm so sorry sir. आपका इंसल्ट कर दिया मैंने. मेरा चेहरा, मेरा थोबड़ा एंड गोलवलकर का चेहरा साथ में रख के गोलवलकर का इंसल्ट हो गया. That is hard, friends. That's a hard fact to digest.
Apologize.
But dude, see, try and understand. People going to jail, or why did I use this Surat MP as an example is because people literally lack the ability to study the political history of India. Free speech is dead in India. This I give credit to Anand. Anand ने वो जो thread बनाया ना, free speech under Congress, free speech under BJP, वो basically कुछ नहीं करता, वो thread के अंदर act करते जाता है.
The best paper to read on this is
Okay, I don't want to see the rest of it, but his point is that essentially that I did that whole Surat thing, right? The fun thing, friends, here is that we do live streams. Okay, so I will say something, right? Then I will start reading chat. Someone has corrected me. Then I'll be like, oh, let me look this up. Then I will go and look it up, right? There is a बीच में थोड़ा सा delay also sometimes that happens, right? Because when I'm going through chat, it's like ऊपर से नीचे जा रहा हूँ, randomly I'm picking whatever. The thing is, but the advantage of this is you can call me out right here. It's good, no? I mean, that's why I really like this format of live streaming, because I am instantly accountable. Instantly. Like, you can literally spam the chat and say कि तू गलत बोल रहा है. You can. And the thing is, historical perspective. Sure, maybe I should have done more research on it. Maybe I should have read more about it, right? Absolutely. Fair point. Fair point. But once someone pointed it out, I did read about it. I was wrong and I admitted it. What is so wrong with that? It is perfectly fine. It is perfectly fine. And what happens is, this is the same intellectual elitism that these people hate, right? These people keep talking about how the intellectual liberal elite has kept everyone outside their bubble, which is very true, by the way. Like, the way they talk, the way they use jargon, the way they are not relatable at all those things have kept a lot of people out of the conversation. My effort is always to like break down the jargon and try to simplify it as much as I can, right? Because I don't understand that language most of the time also, right? So these people basically are like, oh, but historical knowledge hona chahiye, all the things. I've read books, but I don't need to know everything about a subject to be allowed to talk about it. That's absolute crap. I mean, Modi ji talks about everything all the time. All the time. What expertise does he have? Like, he literally said that Nehru is the one who put in restrictions to freedom of speech, which is completely wrong. And I actually had made the same mistake. I had said this publicly also. Then Gautam Bhatia, who wrote an entire paper on it, who is a scholar, he came in, he corrected me, we had an argument, and I was like, oh, hey, I did not know about this. Since then, I have been correcting other people as well. But I do admit when I make a mistake. You should be able to fix it, right? But fun times, friends, fun times. Kya dost cast, it seems. This is the first time I was seeing this. I didn't even know this podcast really existed. Interesting. काफी views hai inke bhi. These guys act like they're not part of the elite. Bah. I'm calling you out of your house? Huh? What? Also, just cause when India became independent, people got elected uncontested, people didn't know how the country would work, their role, or didn't want to stand back, then does that compare to Surat? No, Ashwini, like, there are different instances through history where unopposed people have won. But the one that I was talking about in Surat is absolute crap. I mean, like, what happened there? That was like the administration making sure that other candidates withdraw. Also in Gandhinagar. And that has to be called out. Also, even if there are historical examples, does it make this okay? Does it make this okay? Like, if you assume 1947 से 1950 से लेके अभी तक जितने भी elections हुए हैं, how many seats will there be? Like, even if you just take a conservative estimate, like how many elections would have happened? I don't know, many. Right? And out of that, if there are 35 to 40 instances of unopposed elections, right, they will be disproportionately tiny compared to all the other seats which had more people contesting than one, right? So just because it has happened before, just because suppression has happened before, just because unopposed election doesn't make it right. So Surat ka point out karna is okay. I'm asking, how are these people comparing? It was a rhetorical question. Fair enough. Anit, thank you so much for the support, friend. Support. Thank you. और कोई है क्या? There is a bunch. Okay. This is good to see lefty propagandist. Yes. वो तो हो गया. Cedar, thank you so much for the support. Is there historical precedent for this level of voter fraud? My dad was a mayor of a town in Maharashtra and left due to corruption. So I'm curious. Historical precedent. I don't know how to measure it, honestly, Cedar. I'll have to check some. After this election is over, maybe that would be a good thing to do, like a proper deep dive video on voter suppression and historically looking at it. That's a good project, honestly. I'll see. There must be some research. ADR वगैरह ने कुछ किया होगा. I'll let you know. I have to look for this. Okay, let's look at more voter suppression. There is something that Pooja has sent. Let's look at this. What is this? What is this? सकाळ मीडिया पवई येथील पवई फाउंडेशन या मतदान केंद्रामध्ये काही बूथवर मतदान प्रक्रिया या वेट ट्रान्सलेट मराठी आहे. Voting process is underway at some booths in polling center. Citizens have been found standing in line for 5 hours. Adesh Bandekar explains his disappointment. He has pulled the election commission due to the ongoing confusion.
आवाज झाले आम्ही इकडेच उभे आहोत उन्हात उभे आहोत आणि कोणी उत्तरच देत नाही अजून.
4 तास झालेत आम्हाला 8 वाजल्यापासून लाईनीमध्ये होते.
Wait, sorry. Volume is too much.
केंद्रावरती आहे. हिरानंदानी सारखा सुशिक्षित एरिया आहे आणि या ठिकाणी सगळ्यांची एकंदरीत रिॲक्शन आपण बघितली तर इकडची 58, 57 ही जी मुख्य सगळी जी यादी आहेत या सगळ्या बंद झालेल्या आहेत.
There is music, so I won't be able to play this completely. I don't know if it's like a copyrighted music.
सगळ्या मशिनरी बंद आहेत आणि अत्यंत चुकीच्या पद्धतीने काय रिॲक्शन
आवाज
आहे.
झाले आम्ही इकडेच उभे आहोत उन्हात उभे आहोत आणि कोणी उत्तरच देत नाही. झोनल ऑफिसर काय करतायत अश्विनी काय करतायत माहिती नाही.
So basically, they are saying that machines are off and they have been standing in line for hours and they don't know what is happening.
We are just waiting for last 2 hours.
सकाळपासून अनेक लोक इकडे रांगेत उभे आहेत. वयस्कर लोक परत निघून गेली आहेत. 3-3 तास कितना आप
3 hours है वेटिंग.
3 hours.
का काम चल रहा है.
टोटल आप कितने घंटे से
3 घंटे से
3 hours they have been waiting in the heat. And if the turnout is low, this might be one of the reasons why it's low.
3 तास झाले प्रत्येक जण रांगेत उभा आहे आणि इथे कुठल्याही पद्धतीचं काहीही होत नाहीये.
Horrible situation.
नाहीये ना मशीन.
नहीं चल रही. 1 घंटा भी 1.5 घंटा लगेगा चलाने.
मशीन चलाने में और 1.5 घंटा लगेगा.
आम्ही थांबलेलो आहे. 4 तास झाले आम्हाला. 4 तास झालेत आम्हाला 8 वाजल्यापासून लाईनीमध्ये होते आणि आता नंबर आला आणि मशीन बंद झालं.
अजून नाही आले.
Wow. There are so many of these now. Basically, even in the what was the place? Sambal. In that last phase, there were so many instances of this. There is another crazy story that I was reading, which people on Discord had shared. I don't know what is going on here, honestly. So there is this woman called Madhavi Lata, right, who is standing against Asaduddin Owaisi, and she has been going quite crazy. There is one video that had come out earlier of her checking the Aadhaar cards of women in burqas and then making them lift it to check if they are real inside the polling booth. So bad. Why is she the one doing it? And that can count as voter intimidation. And she got booked once also. Now here is basically a news from May 13th. Fresh case against Madhavi Lata for taking away seized dummy EVMs used to manipulate voters. I was very confused what is happening here. Officials said that they initially took 2 BJP workers into custody for manipulating voters with fake EVMs. The Mangalhat police booked another case against BJP candidate Madhavi Lata and BJP followers for using dummy electronic voting machines to manipulate voters in the locality. Officials said that they initially took 2 BJP workers into custody. Madhavi Lata reached the police station and managed to free the men and also took away the seized dummy EVMs. What is happening? What? Cases were booked against BJP workers. Madhavi Lata was also booked for obstructing police and taking away seized EVMs from police. How did she do this? She just came in and she went into the evidence locker and took it away. And the police was just watching. I do not understand this. What is happening? Officials from the top brass mentioned that action will be taken against police officials of Mangalhat. Yes, please. Mangalhat comes under Goshamal Assembly constituency and it is considered the stronghold of T. Raja Singh. Another character. ये सब characters के इसमें होता है basically. But what is this? What does a dummy electronic voting machine to manipulate voters in the locality even mean? Like, is it like they're now like going around and setting up like fake booths so that they can attract voters and they will just and their votes? What is happening? What does a dummy electronic voting machine to manipulate voters mean? I don't. What? Would you also admit that you were wrong about ECI favoring Modi as he didn't require 10 people to propose this nomination, unlike Rangila, as Modi is from a recognized party? Mrs. Awesome, no. So I had said, and actually Sham Rangila had claimed that he had to give 10 Aadhaar cards from people within Varanasi even to get the form. The nomination form which he has to fill, which he went to the office to get, he had to do it before that. Usually what happens is that you fill the nomination, you get the form, you fill the nomination, you also deposit money, right? When you have to fight an election, तो वो एक slip मिलता है उसके साथ, right? तो वो मिलने के लिए उसको लोगों को लेके आना पड़ा. To get the form. It's not required at that stage. When it is required is when you file the nomination papers, is when you need 10 people if you are an independent candidate, right? So that's the point I was trying to make. Yeah. So there's a difference. So Sham Rangila claimed something and I was telling you the law. So the application stage is different. So I wasn't wrong there. Hello, Dr. Purnurkar. Hello, welcome to support again. Welcome to membership. Congress wants to establish Islamic Khilafat. It is in their manifesto. It is literally not in their manifesto, human. कुछ भी बकवास करते हो तुम मतलब. एक सेकेंड रुक जा राणादित्य, रुक जा. ये क्या मतलब यहाँ पे आके तुम मतलब कुछ भी पेलोगे क्या? कुछ भी मतलब. You know, friend human. You know what you can do? There is a fun thing called the internet, which you might not know you are on right now. Okay, so you Google Congress Manifesto English 2024. Then link will come up. Open that. Then this opens, which is called a PDF file. Okay, I'm just trying to tell you. Okay, PDF file बोलते हैं इसको. Don't worry what is the full form and all. Okay, यहाँ पे what you do is you do Control F. Control plus F. रुक जाओ लिख के दे देता हूँ in case इसको पता नहीं होगा ना, थोड़ा सा बच्चा है. Control plus F. Okay, you have to do that. Then once you do Control plus F, you search for what was the thing he was saying? Human का sorry, he said raise ये बकवास ही कर रहा है, but ये वाला establish Islamic Khilafat. Okay, let's see. Islamic word नहीं है friend. Islamic word है नहीं. Like देख पूरे इसमें search कर रहा हूँ, कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. Let's do Khilafat. You hear this? Wait. Mic थोड़ा सा. This is the sound of enter. Control F enter. Okay, enter भी दबाना. मस्ती में माइक खराब करवा दिया मेरा. Anyway, then what we can do, one more thing we can do. पवई ये थी, what is happening? कुछ तो भी गड़बड़ हो गया मेरे इसमें. मुझे ये ट्रोल को ट्रोल करने के चक्कर में anyway, again sorry, Control F. Let's look for Muslim. अरे no Muslim word also. How is this magical? Muslim word ही नहीं है in the entire manifesto. Chomo. Human. Learn. Don't educate human. क्यों नहीं friends? He might not know the process of how to search for things on the internet. He might not even know he's using the internet. I mean, if his intelligence is to be questioned, no? थोड़ा standard बढ़ाओ human. The fact we cannot ask them to read complete PDF files says a lot about our confidence in literacy of these trolls. No, Jatin, see, here's the thing, friend. Like, I mean, kaun hi padega na? Matlab, kaun hi padega? Like, you can just make up things like, oh, Islamic Khilafat and whatever. Just out of your literal backside, you can just pull it and throw it on chat. Let it stick. And it did stick because look what I'm doing. I'm spending time trying to address that guy. It stuck. Well done, human. You got attention. To Congress, minority means Muslims. That's the sad part. In all speeches, they refer to Muslims when they call minority. Do they Muslim minority? I know they say Muslim minority, but do they mean like Muslims all the time when they say minority? How do you know? Maybe some of them might have a broader definition, some of them might not. Not saying all of them do. But it's better to assume that it's broader. Muslims are the minority, but there are other minorities also. I think that is the point they're trying to make. Like Sikh minority hai, linguistic minority bhi hoga, tribes hai, those are minorities. dostcast RW podcast नहीं है, but generally RW के guests ज़्यादा आते हैं. Oh, okay, fair enough. Someone, like, basically the people who sent it to me told me that it's a right-wing podcast. Maybe I judged too fast, but I mean, based on the conversation I'm having, whatever little I heard of it, like I heard like 10-15 minutes of it, it did seem like a little tilted, but my bad if I'm wrong. सार्काज़म था भाई. Isn't it obvious? मैं ही हूँ human, कश्मीरी मुसलमान हूँ. Why would any person with double digit IQ support BJP? वो सार्काज़म था. Then Shahbaz, what is this? Like, यार chat पे नहीं समझ में आता. Friends, did I just waste this entire thing on a fake account you created to troll me for no reason? Can Kanhaiya Kumar win? I have no clue, honestly, we create. But, I mean, people are saying that he's doing very well. Will he win? We don't make predictions. Okay, let's look at more. Did more people... एक और है. Langru has shared one. Repolling ordered at booth in Gujarat after voter makes Instagram video. After video of a man live streaming. Oh yeah, this is the live streaming one, of course. Video of a man live streaming while holding an EVM came to light. The Congress lodged a complaint. Election Commission of India on Tuesday ordered repolling at Dahod Lok Sabha seat. This was on May 11th. BJP leader's son, apparently... Again, what is with these BJP leaders' sons? What is the kind of parvarish they are getting? I don't get it. Live streamed a video. इसमें है क्या? Man goes live on Instagram from polling booth in Gujarat, detained for bogus voting. Video दिखा है क्या? नहीं है. Okay. There was a video that I had seen. After the video went viral on social media, 4 election officials, including a presiding officer, an assistant presiding officer, and 2 polling officers and a police constable were suspended. EC declared voting at Parthampur polling station in Dahod parliamentary constituency null and void. Wonderful. So unless like these sons of BJP's leaders live stream it or make videos of it and make it public, all good. Accused Vijay Babhor stayed in the polling booth for 5 minutes, during which he went live on Instagram and also allegedly cast votes on behalf of 2 other electors. 1 second. Guys, Election Commission has admitted that there is a VVPAT जो होता है ना बीच में, there is a printer inside which is a programmable printer, right? It is programmable because they have to connect a laptop to it, upload the symbols, etc. Election Commission ने admit कर लिया है Supreme Court में. They said this, okay? If you're allowed a phone inside the booth and these are live streaming Instagram and taking videos, if that kid, what he did, he was allowed the mobile phone 8 times. 8 times. The same person was able to take in the phone and take snippets of the video. 8 times. So who all are taking phones? I don't know. Maybe that entire constituency may everybody is just taking phones inside. I don't know. Crazy. In the reserved tribal parliamentary parliamentary seat of Dahod, former two-time MP Prabha Taviyard, what is it? Taviyard, sorry, is the Congress candidate. She faces BJP's sitting MP and former Union Minister Jashwant Singh Babhor. Congress claimed that the person who relayed the booth capturing video on Instagram is the son of a local BJP leader. Video shows Vijay Babhor purportedly focusing the camera on an EVM and VVPAT and seeking 5 to 10 minutes from a poll officer even when he was asked to leave. Okay. Bieber reportedly said only BJP works here. His accomplice was also seen in the video. So there were 2 people in the live stream. Wonderful. The machine belongs to my father. Only one thing works, that is BJP. So the machine belongs to his father. Only Vijay Babhor works here. Police detained him for bogus voting. क्या ही बोले फ्रेंड्स अब इस पॉइंट पे क्या ही बोले I too vote in Dahod but my place was different so good fair enough. Why are Ishi officials so brazen this time? I have a little bit of a theory honestly. One is of course like you know that the way the EC officials have been picked is very different now. If you want to know some background about this, please say hi. Otherwise, I won't repeat myself about how the EC officials are chosen and what happened before the elections. But essentially, the whole process has been changed, and the Prime Minister is in charge now of appointing the thing. But the shady part of it was before the elections actually. See, many people are saying, "Has already started." I can read your mind. So before the elections, Arun Goel, who was one of the ECs, he resigned. So there are 3 people, Chief Election Commissioner, 1 Election Commissioner and 1 Election Commissioner. So 3 people. So there were 2 seats that were vacant and immediately Modi ji filled them with his own people. Obviously, because the process is that way now. So it was his own people. So since then, everybody is like, what is happening? What is happening? Another thing, friends, I have found no answer for this. Dhruv Rathi has explained it also. Yeah, in my reaction videos also earlier I have explained this. Multiple times I have explained this. I've done a video on this also. Anyway, so there's one more thing, friends. 2004 May, this entire country's election happened in 20 days. It was, as PTR had pointed out, our technology was worse. Now we are better since 2004, 20 years ago. Why is it that our election is so long? Nobody has been able to explain this to me properly yet. I see no sense in it, right? Think about it. If they can do it in 20 days back then, now latency, what is the reason why you will spread elections across? Okay, one of the biggest cause of delays can be latency in communication. Right? Maybe back then सब लोग मोबाइल नहीं चल रहा था, नेटवर्क नहीं था, so remote areas में कैसे पहुंचेंगे लोगों तक, and you have this delayed communication. So you would assume that 2-3 दिन between phases to sort that thing out, and yet they were able to do it in 20 days, right? So yet they were able to do it in 20 days. Now we have WhatsApp. We have not just have we reduced the latency in communication, we can actually communicate in multiple ways. Like for example, live streaming from a polling booth. Wow, we can do that, friends, now. So it should be shorter. I mean, ठीक है, 7 phases करो, 9 phases करो, whatever, but it should be shorter. And also, guys, Delhi right now is burning. I'm not kidding when I say this. It is very hot outside. I cannot step out in the afternoon and I am dreading going there on the 25th and voting now. I know a lot of people will probably go like super early, which is what I want to do now, but I'm pretty sure a lot of other people will have the same idea. and as a result there'll be rush, which means there'll be delays, which means people will get tired, which means people will be like, what is happening, and go back. Quite possible. We just saw a video from Sakar which also was pointing towards that. Why wasn't the election held earlier a little bit where the weather conditions were better? B, why is it so long? How were the phases decided? How? What was the logic? I have seen no explanation of that. Shouldn't the election commission be transparent enough to tell us their reasoning of why these phases are this way? I think it's a legit question to ask. Please read Raju sir's tweet as well. Oh, ha. Pooja, yeah, you had shared it, no? I will do that. This is the video from Dahod. Oh, thank you, Langru. See, Langru has shared the video. He has found it. I'm just going to play that live stream. Yeah, this is the one.
अरे साइड पर 5-10 मिनट जे चाले चलवा दो बस 5-10 मिनट जे चाले चलवा दो આપણે બેઠા છીએ એ માનગરી કરવાની છે 2-5 મિનિટ સાહેબ જે ચાલે ચાલવા દો આપણે બેઠા છીએ આખા દિવસનું ચાલે જ છે ને હમણાં દબાવી એનું લૂંટાઈ ગયું.
What? And the live stream वहाँ पे
ચાલવા દો આવી રીતના ના ચાલે બીજેપી જ ચાલે.
BJP.
બાબોર ચાલે ને મંગા માટ ચોદી નાખી અમે.
Wow, there is a dude who is coming BJ also.
બીજેપી એટલે પપ્પુ કાકા ઘેર આલી ગઈ પછી મારે વાંધો નહીં હેડો પછી મળી કામ ચાલુ ને થઈ જ રહું ફોન કરે તમને હવે નંબર હે હું કોઈ લઈ લેતે હું લઈ લે આપણે ચાલુ બરો હું આવ લઈ લઉં ફોન 92 65 44 98 92 65 16.
Yeah, we get the idea. My God. Also, why doesn't Instagram have a volume control? I don't understand. It's so loud sometimes. I need to install one of those things which is like overall master volume for the browser. It will be better. Dare you to tell how EC was appointed before 2024? Dare क्यों करना है सौमित्रा? मैं बता दूंगा. Like, I mean, it's not a secret. It was not a very good way to appoint ECs before also. They were appointed on the basis of the Prime Minister's recommendations and the President appointed them. Yes. So it was as arbitrary as it is now. In the middle, the Supreme Court tried to implement a committee which had the CJI in it. So it was the Prime Minister, the CJI and leader of opposition. But instead, the Modi government decided to make a law which would make it a committee which will have the Prime Minister, a cabinet minister and a opposition leader. Why do you need to dare me to say that? I don't understand, Soumitra. Why the aggression? Like, you can just say, hey, can you also tell people how it was appointed before that? I will. I dare you to end the stream. Wow. I think most of your followers voted for Modi ji. अरे ये stock market का smart investor आ गया. इनको बड़ा knowledge है सबका. I dare you to breathe. I dare you to shave your beard. Then why didn't you call out earlier? It didn't come to my mind, Varun Chaudhary, honestly. Now that you have mentioned it, I can repeat it. It's not rocket science. I didn't tell you everything. Whenever I talk about election commission or process or whatever, if you ask me, I will give you like more context. I have literally done about 3 streams on this. When the law was being passed, I have done a separate video on it. I have mentioned this there also. On Twitter also I have mentioned this. So it's not like I haven't been saying this. Just at this precise moment, if I did not mention that context, doesn't mean that I will never mention it and I dare you to mention it. Kuch bhi matlab. I dare you to show bobblehead of Modi ji saying Mitro. Dare. Dare. I am very careful with the head now. Midro. Election Commission is very independent and there is no problem. We are Vishwa Guru now. And और क्या बोलना है मुझे? मेरा बहुत पुराना रिश्ता है. किसके साथ पूछ रहे हो? सबके साथ. पुराना रिश्ता, man. That is what I'm called in reality. Shit, sorry. See, this is what happens. Modi ji, yaar, keep your head. मेरे को dare मत दो. Not willing truth and dare here, please. I took YouTube Premium to not see Modi ad. Yes, that is a good idea. Learn from tricks. Learn. Now let's look at what Pooja was saying. We are going to look at Raju Parulekar's tweet. Where is it? This one, I think. Yeah. Raju was saying, Access My India's Pradeep Gupta is saying that he doesn't see any major change in voting patterns in 2024 compared to 2019. So their conclusion is BJP will get 301 and 310 seats. When ECI Veep is hiding absolute numbers and increasing the percentile of voting by average 6%, it's impossible to guess or predict about any seat. If anyone is doing that, means he or she is helping BJP build a fake narrative along with suspiciously increased voting percentage. This indicates the definite attempt to rig the elections on behalf of BJP. There is no method available to come to conclusion of voting patterns without the absolute numbers being available. So he's correct. I have a little bit of a different opinion. But do you want to see the community notes? क्या बोल रहा है? Needs more ratings. ECI data about voter turnout is available on their website and is updated constantly as it was done in previous elections. Booth level data is made available to each candidate in Form 17C actually after voting ends. Learn more here. So there is some now contention about this also. Apparently some of the independent candidates or lawyer, what is his name? Pasha. He had asked for Form 17 and he was denied it. So there are like varying reports coming out. When you ask for Form 17, do you actually get it? And is the polling officer supposed to get it? And why isn't it made public? I believe the Supreme Court is also hearing this. There is a hearing tomorrow, I believe, or 24th, about this, about Form 17 and how soon the data should be uploaded. It's true. So this is not, this is not true. No. Mrs. Key Points. Anyway. I'm doing my good deed of being a community notes person. Mahmood Pracha. Yes, Mahmood Pracha is the one who had complained that 17C is not available. Can we look at that also? Just a second. Arey bhai chat bhai. Bhai. Klush, thank you so much for the super chat, friend. He's saying elections are longer, so Supreme Leader can do his favorite activity campaign. Also, my friend was on election duty. His job was to upload voting counts live on EC website. Then why delay in voting? Exactly. This is exactly it. Why the delay? Because they've done it before. They have basically uploaded it like practically the next day. Why is there a delay this time? Right? And someone, I believe, did they say in the Supreme Court really that the PMO doesn't agree with the data or something? Because I haven't been able to verify that. Ek second. EC vote count data PMO. No. Data Supreme Court. I haven't read up on this yet because I read that they are going to hear this. Wait. Okay, let's look at this one. SC notice to EC over ADR plea on immediate release of voter turnout data. Court fixed the matter for consideration on May 24th. Yeah, this is the one I was saying, like May 24th. Supreme Court on Friday issued a notice to upload account of votes in 48 hours. Bench of CJI and Justice Padiwala and Sanjeev Khanna sought response within a week. During the hearing, the bench asked senior advocate Maninder Singh and Amit Sharma, representing the ECI, what is the reservation in not disclosing Form 17C data, and the poll body must disclose the data. Counsel replies that there is no difficulty in that, but the entire process, which includes the compilation of Form 17, takes time. So, see, Klush, you were saying, right, where your friend basically uploaded it on ye. Even Mahua Moitra has put out a tweet saying that her team was able to do it in 24 hours based on the form that she received, by the way. So, this doesn't... It's exactly what happened with SBI, basically. This is the same thing. Like, they're arguing the same damn thing. It takes time. Like, technology hai, nahi hai, digital India hai, nahi hai. Can you make up your mind, please? Advocate Prashant Bhushan for ADR said that a sudden spurt in actual voting turnout has been recorded in all phases of the polls. This is exactly what our friend Raju Parulekar was saying. Voting were an average of 6%. AR, AIDS. The Election Council said that the petition has been filed in 2019. Poll panel filed its detailed response. Compilation of data required time, and the polling agent of each booth is handed over the copy of the data on close of elections. So, yeah, so they do. Polling agent gives... Okay. If at all anybody has to be aggrieved, it is the election candidate who can always file an election petition in case there is a discrepancy. In the midst of the poll, such kind of pleas dissuade a large number of voters, particularly first-time voters, from casting votes. यार तुम्हारी भी गलती है इसमें election commission. कुछ भी मतलब. Since the petition has been pending before the court for years, okay. Please sought direction recorded from 17C. So the hearing is yet to happen. 24th is when that will happen. Fair enough. Mallikarjun Kharge has also written to political parties questioning the increase in turnouts. Sitaram Yechuri has also written. TMC has also written to the EC. NGO contended exact figures need to be brought in. Yeah. So, about Raju sir. I mean, Ankur, you are right. Like, what you're saying is actually right. How would it dissuade first-time voters? बहुत ये arguments ना मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहे आजकल समझ नहीं मतलब but they're so disingenuous these days. Like that whole electoral bonds में what arguments they were giving, and this one also like, oh, it takes time. कुछ भी. I don't buy it. I just don't buy it. It sounds absolute garbage. What was I saying? Yeah, so about Raju Parulekar and what he's saying. So, look, if we assume there is like mass suppression happening, how mass can it be is a question, right? Which is worth asking. Is it happening literally everywhere? It might be happening in very select seats, right? Which is like very contentious seats. Like, for example, I had asked this before, in Surat, in Gandhinagar, in Khajuraho, in Indore, these are all safe BJP seats, right? So why is it that they are intimidating candidates to withdraw their nominations, or even candidates are being kidnapped in some places, allegations are being made, it's wild. Why are they doing this in safe seats also, right? I still have that question, but my running theory is that it is an ego thing, where last time if they got like a voter margin of like, I won with 5 lakh votes. This time they're like, Turuk, this time I will win with 10 lakh votes. 10 lakh. How? By doing this. That's my working theory right now. Anything can happen. Politicians have big egos. Amit Shah also has a big ego. Maybe he wants to show कि Gandhinagar na, अरे गांधीनगर तो I'll just show you what I can do in Gandhinagar. You'll see what I can do. कर दिया. The other thing is, how many seats are actually, how many polling booths can you actually manipulate, right? You have to think about this, right? You have to think about this. if there are like direct 1-to-1 contests or 2-to-1 or three-way contests, polling agents are present in the booth, and I have covered elections. I have covered elections in West Bengal of all places, where everybody goes nuts on polling days. We were a part of 2 WhatsApp groups. No, 3 actually. One was BJP का WhatsApp group, press के लिए. The other was TMC का WhatsApp group, प्रेस के लिए, एंड द थर्ड वाज आई बिलीव कांग्रेस का व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप, और वाज इट सीपीएम का व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप नहीं था, कांग्रेस का था. सो दीज 3 वे वर पार्ट ऑफ. व्हाट हैपेंड इज 3 डिफरेंट मोबाइल फोन्स. वी वुड सी कि बूथ नंबर 44 TMC worker has attacked BJP person and they are trying voter suppression, right? We will see this on the BJP WhatsApp group, right? Then we would wait. Then 10 minutes later, same thing will come on TMC WhatsApp group. BJP worker attacked TMC worker, BJP trying gundagiri, whatever. Then maybe in the Congress one also, you will see something like, something is happening in booth number 44, bawal ho raha hai, whatever. That is when we would be like, chalo, let's go cover that. So we would wait for at least 2 confirmations, if not 3. Right? Then we would run there to actually see what is happening. I'll tell you one story. We went to this one particular booth, okay, where I'll just paint you a picture, okay. There is a video also that we had done. Can we just watch that instead? News Laundry booth voting. I'm not sure. I'll have to find this. It's I had done this video. Can't find it. If I find it, I'll post it later. I'll post it as a description later. Okay. But okay, I'll tell you the story. So we had gone to this place. Forget the name. Like details, thode se, it's a little faint. Okay. So basically, we had gone to this place where we got this, right. So there was this trifecta of election updates thing, right, where workers are complaining that some bawal has happened in this booth, that booth. So we got a 3-point confirmation, right? All parties were saying that something is happening in a particular booth. So we took the car. I was driving. I was like, yeah, let's go. So we rushed there. To find that booth is a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare in West Bengal. ऐसे अंदर घुसा के छोटे roads में से सीमेंट में से कहाँ से जाना पड़ता है. We reached there, right? Then what do we see, right? I parked the car outside and the booth was inside. There's this tiny lane which is leading inside, right? And once we started going inside, basically Manisha and Parikshit, our producer, and Manisha, they were like, listen, you stay outside and tell us if anything is happening in the outside area, right? And we will go inside and we will see what is happening inside. I was like, cool. So I was staying with the car, I was outside. Right. Then I see in on that direction, in the distance, there's a crowd gathering. Okay, very weird, like some young people, etc. Then I see like some churis come out. It's a little far away, right? Then I look on this side, there is another crowd gathering. Again, वहाँ पे भी कुछ तो भी ऐसी छुरी वगैरह आना शुरू हो गया था, like bats and whatever. And then this crowd was just like ऐसे हिल रहा था, you know, like ऐसे both crowds were there. I was in the middle with the car. It was not our car. It was a wonderful subscriber that had given us the car, and I was scared shitless for this car because if they clash, they would clash right near the car and anything can happen. So I was panicking, right? And then very randomly, this one starts marching, right? This crowd starts marching, like going like, yeah. Turns out it's the TMC crowd, right? And they're moving towards the BJP crowd. Then what happens is someone runs inside to the booth and tells the CRPF, ki, sir, kuch to bawal ho raha hai. CRPF comes rushing out. And they're like with like their guns and whatever. And then 2-3 cars come and then they come in the middle. All this while, I am in the background behind a mandir hiding, just looking at this. I think there were some videos that I had also taken back then. I don't know what happened to them. But yeah, so that happened. Then, this was the story that was happening with me. Then I go inside. After this Bawal CRPF has controlled, I go inside. right? And inside, there is a very different story unfolding. Turns out, in this village, there is a very separate Hindu area and a Muslim area. Okay, as is it happens. It is a thing. If you, in case you haven't been to villages yet, caste ke basis pe, religion ke basis pe, there are different localities that happen. Okay, so we went inside. Turns out, in the booth, a drunk person, just a random person, we didn't even know the religion or whatever, had basically apparently slapped a woman in the backside while standing in line. Right? So the woman turns around and slaps him back. Right? So then he's like, and then like slap. And then of course the police is like, bawal ho raha hai. And then oh my god, bawal ho raha hai. And then like there is like crowd. And then the voting is stopped. Okay, so then everybody is dispersed. And then of course news goes out to all these political people. And they're like, arey, isne koshish kiya, usne koshish kiya. Rumors spread like crazy. And the crowd that I was seeing gathering from the Muslim area and the Ye area and whatever, they were like coalescing into party formations and ready to go at each other. This happens. This kind of shit happens all the time, right? So, whenever you hear of voter suppression, keep this in mind. That everybody is on tenterhooks on election day. It is a do or die situation. It is a very high stakes situation. From 7 in the morning till 6 in the night, there are like people who are ultra vigilant, sometimes too vigilant. Like party workers will be very, very vigilant. Just the slightest of thing that they see which is off, they will start complaining, they will start creating bawal, they will start bringing a crowd. Okay? This happens, and it happens all the time, and it is still happening, right? The other thing, in case this is happening, the chances of actual booth capturing and manipulation just naturally go down, right? And we actually see videos coming out, we see what is happening, we complain to the EC does a repoll, right? So even if they're trying to manipulate on specific seats, they will not always be successful, right? Because the vigilance is at an all-time high. So, iska kaat kya hai, as they say? What is the remedy to this? Very simple. Vote more. Yeah, vote more. That's the simple remedy. If you want to manipulate, think about it. If this, let's see this child, right? 16-year-old child goes from one booth to the other 8 booths, right? This one child, how long do you think this child took to do this? Was he doing it for an hour? For 1.5 hours? For 2 hours, right? I feel like unless the entire polling booth is compromised and there are like friendly officers all across the board, and this whatever BJP guy who owns the machine actually has decided to figure out ki kaise we have to set people according to the day, it's very difficult to do. People will call it out, people will scream and shout, so it is difficult. So to control an entire polling booth from 7 in the morning to 6 p.m. takes a lot of resources. It's difficult. So maximum you can say is that you can control like 2 hours of it. But in the rest of the time, if there is more voting during that time, right? That's a cut right there. एक और टर्म आया, मोदी हुसैन तुझे तांबे से लकड़े पे लेके आ जाएगा. But the place is Bhatpada, Arjun Singh stronghold. There Arjun Singh wins, doesn't matter which party he contests from. Yes, that was Bhatpada, Victor Trumper, you're right. Sounds scary. It was kind of traumatizing. Yeah, but also very funny. In a way. Oh, also, by the way, guys, ये बवाल होने के बाद, you know what happened? All this shit was going down. We were there. And then, who comes in? No, this was somewhere else. It was in Nandigram, I believe. Oh, yeah. It was a separate booth, which we were again doing something like this only. Some random bawala had happened. And Shubhendu Adhikari shows up. Shubhendu Adhikari, you guys know, right? Shubhendu Adhikari is the one who defeated Mamta Banerjee in Nandigram with like some 600 votes or whatever. 800 votes, I believe. She won the other seat. Was it Nandi? Yeah, I think so. I again, guys, details. Please correct me if I'm saying wrong. Why is this dude always in hot zones of Bengal? Like who, Shubhendu or me? Shubhendu Adhikari is a character. He's a bit of a Don type person, and he used to be in TMC. Now he's BJP. Now he's the opposition leader in BJP. So he had come in during that time. I believe that was Mamta Banerjee's constituency, Mehi, and he was going around just giving bites and calling Mamta Mamta Begum. That's it. Basically, we could see him from a distance because the crowd was coming. So he was coming and reporters were rushing to him like this. And he was like, "Haan sir, what do you want to say? Yahan pe koi bawal ho raha hai." And he's like, "Haan, Mamta Begum is doing this. TMC is going to destroy democracy." Yeah. Go forward. 2 minutes later, Mamta Begum is doing this. He did that like at least 10 times. He did like an entire circle of the booth saying this to all the reporters that he could find. He did videos, he did everything, and started circulating them in the WhatsApp group also, which we were a part of. So we got a news update standing there. Nuts. My maths teacher was a Modi bhakt. Every day out of 2 classes, 1 class was spent in praising Modi. We couldn't do anything about it as I had spent 3 years with him. Oh, harsh. Will you be doing any election results show? Would love to see your disappointed face. Soumitra, can I ask you a question, Soumitra friend? If you don't mind. Soumitra, just say yes, okay? If you don't mind me asking you a friendly question. Sandesh Khali turned up fake sting he got. We already spoke about it last time. Your opinion, will Haryana remain with BJP? I have no clue, Kabir Singh. Honestly, again, I don't make predictions. Soumitra has said yes. Soumitra, why do you get such vicarious pleasure out of, let's say, let's assume, I'm saying it right from the beginning, ki Modi aayega. I know Modi will come. Like all signs point towards a Modi government again, right? In what shape or form that Modi government would be, I don't know. Will it be more seats than 303 or will it be less seats? I don't know. How much reduction would happen? I don't know. Oh my lord, power has gone. But at the same time, I am still of the opinion that Modi is coming back. Just want to know what pleasure will you derive out of seeing me disappointed? And why do you assume that I will be disappointed? Also, friends, I don't know how long this will last now. So probably this is a sign to end the stream. Very sad. I don't know. It'll come back. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Friends, Delhi. क्या है मेरा ये? Ambani. Please, Mukesh sir, please power. If it closes quickly, I will come back, do a part 2, okay? If possible, if the power comes back. Anyway, love the reaction video. You guys were just looking to roast the Supreme Leader as well as journalists. Thank you so much, Shrishti. Much appreciated. हमारे इसने फ्रेंड ने आंसर दिया क्या? सौमित्र ने? Love to see liberal tears. Soumitra, I get it. I mean, you derive vicarious pleasure out of it, right? That you know, and you say that I'm a liberal, so I would be crying, which means that you think I'm emotionally invested in these results, which is not true. To be perfectly honest, I keep saying this all the time. I see politics as entertainment, as should you. Don't invest too much emotions into politics because politicians don't invest their emotions into you. So why should you give them that pleasure, right? So if there are going to be tears, it means the baseline is that I need to be emotional about this thing. I'm honestly not. Over the years, I have learned not to invest my emotions in politics and not waste my time and my brain space into that. I look at it as entertainment. I look at it as informative. I look at it as edutainment. So just saying. But please come. I will do many streams. I will do on voting exit poll day, so you will see me cry once. Then next day probably I'll do like a roundup and analysis based on other things and what people are saying. You will see me cry then again. Then you will see me on the election day, actual election day. So I'm at least planning 2 to 3 long streams for you to see me cry. Okay, Soumitra, so you come. I will have like tissues ready. I will be constantly crying, right? Constantly. So from let's say 9 in the morning till 6 p.m, you can just see me cry. Okay? Because that is clearly more entertaining than anything else for you to watch, which is fun. I think that's a very sad thing to watch, but still, you might have your own kinks and things that you jerk off to, so it's okay. I look at it like business. Sometimes I enjoy crying of liberals or bhaks or anyone, even if I support him or her. I mean, it's okay. You can enjoy in everybody's misery. It's sad that you do that, but it's fine. These right wingers will do S when suicide. I said the word. When results are off. Let's see how quickly power comes back. I don't think it will come back. This is for reaction video. Try NDTV one as well. Actually, let me do one with Vimo. Let me try and ask him if he wants to do the NDTV reaction. And I'll try to stream that. I'm not promising it. I don't know if 2 people streaming can work, but yeah. Sadistic pleasure, yes. If you were not interested, you would not be coming here every day. Oh, Soumitra, I never said I'm not interested. I'm very interested. I'm very nerdy about it. I'm saying I'm not emotionally invested in it. Do you understand the difference? I am a nerd. I like to know more. I like to think critically. I like talking about this. I like making my opinion about this. I like to be fair. All the things. I am not emotionally invested in all of this. I do it because I think it's fun and entertaining. And I feel like a lot of people here think it's entertaining too. Don't you think the religious people... I can't check Discord anymore, guys. Mera screen off hai. So that's why the darkness. At any point of time, I will go, friends. At any point of time. This is very precarious scenario. Unless the power comes back. We need Holy Trinity stream soon. Oh, I'll ask Pranav also. Random dono because I like to support creators, those whose content I consume. Happy streaming. I've got to do live things. That's fine. Thank you so much for the support, friend. Okay. You hear the beeping? It's back. It's back. We were saved by the nick of time. We were saved, friends. Let me just do the setup things again. Sorry. Mental health break le lete tab tak. I'll do setup things and I will come back. Which music today? Should we do comedy music? I should use this soundtrack whenever I'm talking to people like Soumitra, no? I was thinking. Fun soundtrack. Arya wants to debate me so bad. Should we do it? Do you want to do random debate stream immediately? I can just put up like a link and you can come in and you can debate me. Arya, chal karte hai. Aaja. What do you say, chat? Chat, are you agreement? Agreement? If there is a lot of yes, we will do it. करे क्या? चलो debate करते हैं. Give me a second to set it up then. Random debate. The way you join this is you become a member. No. This is not a members only thing. Oh, sorry. My bad. This is anybody can join. Let's see. What was the name? I'm very bad at names. Who wants to debate me so badly? Arya wants to debate me, right? Okay. So create invite. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to give priority to Arya today. Then we will have other people. Okay. Lots of people said yes. Okay. Before you know, people came. Chance lost. I'm waiting for Arya. Arya. Let me see if this is set up properly. Yeah, I think अभी दोनों जगह आवाज आएगा. Let's see, where is Arya? I will wait for Arya to come. Hello. Oh, thank you so much, Kranti, for the super chat, friend. This might be another Anshul situation. Might be. Let's see. Architect nerd, is this Arya? I don't know, but I'm going to. चलो invite करते हैं. You raised your hand. Let's see. Invite sent. Hello.
Hello.
Are you Arya?
No, I'm not. That is why I put down my hand.
No. Okay, but you did raise your hand. What do you want to talk about? Do you want to
I
debate
wanted
me?
to come after Arya. Let us give him a chance first.
But do you want to debate me? Is that why you're
Yes.
here?
Yes, I do.
Oh, तो ठीक है ना, आर्या के लिए वेट करते हैं, तब तक डिबेट करो. चलो. What do you want to debate me about?
Just a second. Actually, in the last debate, I prepared some content.
Okay.
But now I'm unable to find it. So that is the reason why I'm asking you to bring Arya.
Fair enough. I will give you time.
I got the content.
Arya,
So-
if you are here from another username, please tell me, okay? Otherwise, I'll just keep calling random people like Architect Nerd who want to debate me. Architect Nerd, I know you want to debate me. It's fine. You take your time. I'll keep you on stage. Don't worry. Iron Knight को ले लेते. ये है क्या आर्या देखते. Hey, Arya is here. Arya is Iron Knight.
Okay.
Arya is here.
So-
I have sent an invite. Let's look at Arya. You stay if you want, okay?
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
hello.
hey Arya. Hi, how are you doing, friend? Arya, I can't hear you properly, friend.
That was. It's not want to.
Hello? Huh?
Hello.
Huh? I can't hear you properly. Huh?
Can you hear me? Or
You're breaking, friend. A lot.
I think Germany to India is too far then.
Now I can hear you. Now it's fine. Tell me. No.
Okay, I can't see you now. I don't know why. Oh, you can hear me, right? It's fine.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. If you want to see me, no, Alu cam is active. No, you can't see me. So you'll have to see my live
And
stream.
I'll watch the live stream. It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me. What do you want to debate me about?
No, Modi is wrong. I agree for that. He's using religion card and all those things. Yes, of course. But the upside is way better.
Upside is better of having Modi is what your point is. I don't know. I heard. I hear you for a bit and then I don't. So I think it might be a problem with your device or something. Can you try changing your device? Maybe your internet is fine, but it must be auto muting or something. I mean, if you're in Germany, I'm pretty sure your internet must be fine.
Yeah, I mean, internet, this should be fine.
Now I can hear you. So the point you were making, go on. I'll listen.
Yeah, I'm saying it. Yeah, I agree with you 100% on the Modi using religion card and then dividing people, all those things.
Okay.
But if you want to stay in power and do better things, you have to use that to be in power, right? The upside of Modi being in power is way better than, and we see all these things happening because there are only few people who are shouting out loud. It's not the whole. India is divided on religion.
Good, correct. Okay. So when you say things are better and the upside, tell me what is better according to you. How do you define better?
I mean, infrastructure investment, and it's not just for rich, even for poor. It's pretty efficient now. They get directly on bank transfer, and is also feeding people. They're great about housing and rations and all those things. Although not all of them work out well, but yeah.
And you don't think there is anybody else who can do it?
They can, but no one has showed it.
So first point you made, if I may recap, just tell me if I was correctly. You said that if they have to stay in power, they have to do Hindu-Muslim.
No, I mean, the situation on ground is like that. If everyone in India wants just...
what do you mean?
You have to convince voters to vote you, right?
Yeah, but like, why does it have to be Hindu-Muslim only?
Otherwise, a vast majority of people won't vote because they are not scared.
Sorry,
repeat
that.
People
repeat
to
that.
Vote you guys.
Repeat that. Sorry.
People, you need to scare people. You need to show a common enemy to come to power.
And is that a compulsion that you have to do this?
No, for the first time, no. But if you have to keep winning, then yes.
So you are okay with basically targeting a group of people and then
No,
getting
I'm not
power
okay
based
with
on
it.
this? Yeah.
No, I'm not okay with it.
So
but,
then why are you justifying?
I think this has to.
Why are you justifying it?
I'm not. See, that's the thing. It's the war between realist and idealist, right? In ideal world, it shouldn't happen, but we don't live in an ideal world.
Acha, so your argument is that if we don't live in an ideal world, so why are we even trying for it?
Okay, I'll give you another example.
Go on.
Let's say IAS, IPS people. Okay, they are very good. They want to do great to a village or wherever they are posted. And to keep doing that, they have to accept few things that MLA or MP does wrong, but they still have to let that go to the betterment of the village they want to do.
Like, give me a
Otherwise,
solid
they'll
example.
just
This is very vague.
being transferred.
This is very vague. Give me a solid example, because it will also show me whether you understand how bureaucracy works. Go on.
Not sure. I'm not sure which country, but I think they put lot of youth in jails.
Which country? India?
Which was bad, of course. No, of course not.
So then,
either in South America.
No, give me India ka example. No, we are talking about India. Like, you are talking about Indian bureaucracy, no?
Yeah, okay, but still. Okay, even in regarding to corruption too, you have to give the people who give you what do you say, retirement money. What? Yeah, to get that you have to pay money. It shouldn't happen in an ideal world, but it's better rather than not getting any money.
So you are saying our bureaucrats are underpaid?
You have to give bureaucrats some amount of cut off your retirement to get your whole retirement money, right?
Why?
That is wrong. I accept that.
Why though?
Otherwise, they won't sanction you your this thing.
Wait, do you really know how this works, or are you just making things up as we go along to prove a point?
Yeah, I mean, you have to go ask them. They have to approve of it, right? You are not dead. Yes, you should get your monthly.
Give me an example. Who has this happened
I'm
to?
too young.
Who has this happened?
I'm just 20. I don't have that much experience.
Look, fair. No.
Understand my situation.
Iron Knight. So here's the thing, right? You're young. You have no examples to give me. But then, like, you should basically also like try to make a nuanced point, no? Okay, fine. Sorry, Iron Knight. If you think I'm attacking you, my apologies. That was not my
No, no, of
intention.
course not. No, I accept you. I am with you. I'm 100% with you. Religion should not be used, and people should not be divided. They should not fear voters. That should happen in an ideal world.
Yeah, but like, listen, Arya,
We should
I
move
agree.
towards being idealistic,
Listen,
but it doesn't happen now.
no, but like we should try. No, we should try. But what Modi is doing is he's backsliding. He's not even thinking of doing the ideal world thing that you're describing. At least as a leader, as a leader who everybody follows, is super popular, is super efficient, who does infrastructure well, everything, right? He should stick to that, no? Because that is the situation which will lead us to an ideal world, which you agree with, right? So Modi is responsible for that, right? Like, for example, let me give you an example.
Yes.
Like, Modi ji used yoga as soft power, right? International Yoga Day, all the things, right? So he is a leader who can inspire people and motivate them. Do you admit?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, let's say he does this yoga day, he sets records, etc., uses that soft power. Well done, right? So he can inspire people into doing good things, because doing yoga is a good thing, right? So then, conversely, we can also say that he can inspire people to do bad things.
No, but
No, matlab,
okay.
Can he, like you said, he has inspired people to do good things.
South
Do you admit?
Korea.
Do you admit that he has inspired people to do good things?
Yes.
Yes. So then,
I mean, he's also propagating hate, but yeah.
so
I
do
mean,
you think
if you see the
it can
situation of
work in
South
both
Korea,
situations? नहीं तुम छोड़ो ना South Korea वगैरह छोड़ो friend. Like we are talking about India. You are an
अरे नहीं,
Indian.
टेबल्स ना, टेबल देखो ना, टेबल्स कितने थे, बहुत कम है. गवर्नमेंट ने सिर्फ उनको सपोर्ट किया. हाँ, गलत बात है, कंपटीशन होना चाहिए.
क्या बोल रहे हो?
But
किसके बारे में
now
बोल रहे हो?
because of those tables, South Korea, Samsung and tables, Hyundai, only few companies were supported by government, right?
No, but
South Korean
why are you
government.
changing the
That's why they
goalpost?
got the. Sorry, what?
Why are you changing the goalpost to like random thing that happened in South Korea, which I have no context of, honestly. You must have read something.
Okay.
I have no context of that. We are talking
No,
about
no,
India,
I'm
right?
saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying yes. Okay.
Okay. Can I give you?
The
Can I
thing
give
which
you?
Modi is doing is wrong.
Can I
Yeah.
help you? Can I help you a little bit, because I think someone here is also trying to help you. I'm just going to read that comment out. Shaumik, who is thank you for the support, by the way. He's saying, are you trying to say that Modi is the lesser evil? So let him stay in power by whatever means possible.
No, he shouldn't always be in power. He should be kept in check. But I'm saying, let's say Congress would win this time. I mean, in ideal world, they will start doing the same thing.
Yeah, true. I've
Yeah,
never denied
but
that.
so we can't just. Yeah,
They've
but
already
we
done
can't
those
just,
things. But Modi has done worse, is my
yeah.
argument.
The world will keep getting worse if you try to do that. No,
But
you
that's
have to
the
keep
thing.
check and
Look,
balances.
okay.
You have to do.
Here's the thing. Iron Knight. Here's the thing, right? So let's look at what your argument looks like now. One is you are saying that Modi has done a lot of development, etc. So which is a good thing. So therefore he needs to come back. Second thing he says. Second thing you are saying is that even if the Congress comes
No,
back.
I'm not saying he should come back.
But
I'm
I
not
thought,
saying he should come
I
back.
thought that is the whole
I mean,
thing you started
yeah,
with.
no, I'm justifying Modi's behavior. I'm not justifying what we should do. I'm
But
justifying
why
him
are
as
you justifying
he
Modi's
wants
behavior?
to come back. That's why he's used. You have to listen to him and not listen, but you should also understand him wrong.
Why?
He wants to come back to power to keep doing these things. He believes that he can do better, and even I believe he can do better than Congress. The thing is, he has to use all this religion card and all those things to keep in power to do better. The thing
That
is, you
doesn't
yes,
make
you lose.
sense to me.
India
That
get divided,
no, friend, that
but
makes zero
the
zero sense to
upside
me.
is way better.
Upside, so basically a divided India is okay, but the upside is infrastructure.
No,
Is
the
that
India
what you're
is
saying?
getting divided. Yes, I agree. Yes, I agree. But it's not that much. We feel it's too much because there are few people who are shouting every day. That's why we
I'm
feel
sorry.
it's a lot.
You have you
On
read?
ground reality, I don't think India is that divided on ground.
Acha. So have you read about these beef lynchings that have happened? Have you read about Una, where people were like whipped because of their caste? You know how that Dulha who was on Dalit Dulha who was on a horse with Muche, he was pulled down and beaten up. You know these cases?
Yeah, I know. I even know Bilkis Bano case.
Bilkis
I
Bano
know all
case.
these things.
So then is that not a
Yeah.
problem?
It is a problem.
Then?
But, they used to happen even before. They are still
So
happening.
like if they
and
happened
I
before
think they
we
will
brought
continue
it,
to happen. They should.
sorry, if they happened before, they're okay to happen now again. Like it's okay. Like that
No,
justifies
no,
everything.
no. Of course not.
So
No,
who
no,
is
of course not.
responsible for stopping them?
He is responsible, but he needs these things to stay in power.
So like it's okay to do anything to stay in power is what you're saying.
No, I'm
That's
saying as far
exactly
as the
what you're
upside is
saying,
better.
friend. That is exactly what your argument is right now, which is that Modi ji has to stay in power, so he has to divide the divide the country into different voting
Yeah.
blocks and make them fight against each other because he has to stay in power so that he can do some sort of good.
Yeah.
And you are saying that
I'm
there is
saying
no
the
other option.
upside of good is way better than downside of bad.
You're saying that there is no other option for him other than this. Basically, he has to do it. It's a compulsion. Like he
What
cannot
other option would you
stop
suggest?
himself. Oh my God! Like he cannot stop himself from going on stage and saying कि कांग्रेस तुम्हारा एक भैंस चुरा के दे देगी, वोट जिहाद हो रहा है. Oh my God! He's so innocent. He can't stop himself. He has to do this. Is that the argument you're making?
Those things are happening, yes, because the India is pretty poor and the education quality is not good. If it was good, it would never happen. I agree to that.
But then why
Yeah,
are you
but-
justifying
I mean,
his
yeah, of
behavior? I
course.
don't understand why you are justifying his behavior, honestly. You're agreeing with me and saying that in an ideal situation or
I agree a
moving
lot
towards
with you. I agree a lot with you. I've seen all your, not all your videos, but yeah, a lot of videos.
It's
I
fine.
hate Modi too.
अरे भाई मेरा I don't want you to hate Modi. It's okay. You can like Modi. You can love Modi. You can be a fan of Modi. I don't mind talking to you either because of it. Friend, what I will do is, I know this was a big surprise for you, right? When you said, I immediately got you in. So maybe you were
of
not
course.
prepared.
No, I did ask you question twice, but you didn't respond. So I thought this clickbait would be better to get your attention. It did work.
Fair enough. It's like a good attempt. Good attempt.
Yeah,
Well done, sir. Well done. You got my attention.
Thank you.
But what we'll do is, listen, we'll do this debate later, maybe at some stage, right? Next time you come a little prepared, right? Again, I was not trying to attack you, but honestly speaking, if you are going to debate me, it is going to be a little attacky. Again, I'm being polite while I'm doing it, but at the same time, it will be hard, right? If you understand that.
Give all this disclaimer. I mean, good relations, fine.
What? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Don't give all this disclaimer. I get it. It's fine. It's part of the thing. I don't feel attacked.
No,
I mean, you are seeing your opinion. I'm seeing my opinion. I'm not offended. It's fine.
No, friend, ये ना अब मेरा क्लिप काट के डाल रहे हैं ये लोग, तो मैं ना थोड़ा सा और केयरफुल हो रहा हूँ. तो मैं डिस्क्लेमर बोल रहा हूँ. Maybe it's not for you. Maybe it's for everybody else. So don't mind me. Okay, I'm going to let you go now, Iron Knight. I will see you again. Like whenever you come a little more prepared with this argument. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you
I'll be
for
eating my Maggie then. Bye.
Thank you for dropping by, friend. Move to audience. Hello, architect nerd. Hello.
Hi, Megnerd.
Hi.
So, yeah, before starting, I just wanted to present one point. Whenever we see that past में भी ये होता था, तो अभी हो रहा है, तो क्या problem है? Whenever a community is saying it, they are basically heading towards something like sati. कि अरे ये तो पहले भी होता था, अब भी हो सकता है ना?
Justify कर रहे हैं. Basically, past behaviors are used to justify the current shitty behavior.
yeah, are you going towards that day? So yeah, so last in the last debate there was a point that was not paid much attention. It was the is mainstream media dead, right?
Is mainstream media. Can I pull up
So
those points quickly?
sure,
I feel
sure,
like if we are doing the debate, let's do it properly, no?
sure.
Let me just pull up the debate. Let me just tell people also how this works. So in case others also want, there are many people who are here. There are कहाँ गया यार मेरा? Just a second, friend. मैंने कहाँ रखा था यार ये? टॉपिक्स, डिबेट टॉपिक्स ढूंढ रहा हूँ. हाँ, मिल गया. ओके, जस्ट अ सेकंड. हाँ, ओके. टेल मी फ्रेंड.
Yeah.
I'm just
So
putting that
coming
up.
to that point, I don't think mainstream media is dead.
So wait,
I
I'm
think
just going to. I'm sorry, just interrupting. Just last time, I'm just going to tell people how this works in case you're new. So the way this works, friends, is that there are these debate topics which are showing up on your screen right now. There are 10 of them, right? If you so there's India is becoming a dictatorship, electoral bonds is a giant scam. These are old topics which we had taken. I think Architect Nerd was there last time. So the one he's trying to argue with me on is TV news media is dying. So this is a statement that I have presented. If you disagree with it, which Architect Nerd is going to do, then you can come in and you have to argue on this specific thing. I've kept a bonus thing in the end, which is 10 personal criticism. I let Iron Knight get away with it right now. But if you have to come and say things to me, गाली मारना है, मेरा meltdown देखना है, जो भी करना है, so you come, but you have to turn on your camera and you have to tell me your real name. Okay? That's the rule. Okay, go on, Architect Nerd, go.
yeah. So it was about is mainstream media dying? So I believe they are not, because
It's
if you
TV
consider,
news media is dying, no?
yeah,
Specifically.
yeah,
Huh.
TV news media,
Yeah.
to be precise.
Yeah.
I believe if you consider the entire demographics, or what do you call caste, that people hold in TV news media, they are mostly upper castes.
Yes.
Do you agree?
Yeah.
So what I believe is that they are somewhere having their own interest. They are somewhere representing the Brahminism ideology, propagating Brahminism ideology. So it is for the attention, for the interest of the mainstream media, people in the mainstream media, plus they are getting paid hugely for it. Like in previous days, what used to happen is, like मेरे पापा के ऑफिस में there was flag hosting day, और flag ना गलती से उल्टा रेज हो गया था, and the photographer took a snap of it, and they asked for like 15,000 to hide that incident
as a blackmail.
Yeah, as a blackmail. So that is something that mainstream media used to do occasionally. Now they are salaried for these things.
Okay.
Like it continues. I don't have any basis of it.
No,
but
fair
since
point.
these
Fair
things
point.
are coming continuously, I believe this is something that they will be getting on a regular basis. और जब नहीं आता है, तो we see something like Sudhir Chaudhary speaking on that for that what do you call manifesto, and Arnab Goswami speaking on that Manipur issue. So I believe those things are coming from there. Or I think mainstream media will be dead when broadcast bill will come in place. So we only see that broadcast bill is threat to YouTube.
I think okay. No. Wait. My argument with TV news media, if I may present my argument right now, my whole thing is that people are not watching TV anymore, right? And that is something that I stand by. It is something that is an anecdotal observation, sure, but all the trends point towards the thing. Advertising is shifting to digital mediums. Most people are consuming news through YouTube, right? A lot of people are consuming information through Instagram and social media and Twitter and all the things, right? When TV is on, people are doing second screen behavior, which is like even if ad is running, they'll be still watching something on their phones, right? So that is my argument towards why I think TV is dying in general, but as a result, TV news media is also dying, right? It's a dying medium. That is what I was trying to say. So when you're making an argument about that, do you agree with that?
I believe people are watching TV media
Yes,
less.
but less and less.
Absolutely. Yes. So don't you think this thing can flip in like weeks when they roll the means when they switch like flip 180-degree and start speaking the truth or showing the truth? Then
but
people
look,
will be seeing this on Twitter and all, and the people you're talking about who have switched on their television are the ones from the what I believe is from the urban population, not the rural population.
no, of
Because
course.
when I go to
No,
the rural places, I have to educate them that whatever you're watching right now is not right.
Incorrect. Also, I don't think anything you cannot judge people for watching whatever they do. Let them watch whatever they do. Like, I mean, everyone, literally everyone from villages, etc., is now has internets. Literally everyone नहीं बोलना चाहिए, but a lot of people, 800 million to 900 million people in India now have internet, and there is shared screen behavior that happens in villages. Whenever I have traveled for election coverage, etc., I have seen two kinds of behaviors, right? One is I had gone to this extremely remote area in Odisha, and this was back in 2016, 2017, right? Very backward area, बहुत कम connections है, electricity भी ढंग से नहीं आता था. You know what people were doing? They had put up solar charging stations in their houses, which was connected to one thing, which is a power strip, and they were running two things on it. One is a hand fan, which is going like this, right? And the second is all of them are connected with chargers, which are charging their phone. Because the one thing that got electricity in that area is the tower, right? So when I was with an MP, I was going into that village because we were having a Padyatra. And the amount of people who were live streaming our arrival on Facebook was nuts. I had not expected this, right? Second behavior that you see is if you go to any place, any rural area, you will find in the evening, there are these kids that gather in either a bus stand or somewhere else, and they're playing games like PUBG together over the internet on different mobile phones, but they're in the same place. So you will see these kinds of behaviors coming up, and I have seen them enough to actually believe that if the younger population, especially in rural areas, their habits are massively different from the older ones, and older ones will die. So
Absolutely agree on that.
Yeah.
Agree on that. So when you say is mainstream is TV media dying? So do you refer just to the news channels, or are you referring to the entire TV that idiot
I'm
box?
saying TV as a medium is dying. There is no reinvention of TV as a format that has happened for, I think, a decade or so, more than a decade. There is a concentration of it. People are doing more wilder and wilder things on TV as a result because of the concentration and competition, and also because the eyeballs are reducing. They are trying to do even more ridiculous things because जो audience बचा है वो तो रखना ही है. Plus we have to get new audiences, but the new audiences are watching stuff on reels, right? So how do you compete with reels is what TV media is now thinking, right? I am also thinking of that. For example, when I do live streams, I'm also thinking how are my 3-hour live streams supposed to compete with a freaking 60-second video? Yeah, so existential crisis आ गया उनको थोड़ा सा.
Okay, so in that case, I will agree with you actually, because the way I perceived the topic was that you're talking about the news media on TV. So my arguments that I prepared
Fair enough.
was surrounding
Okay,
that.
let's go to news media. Okay. Tell me what is your impression of TV news in general right now? So we've dealt with the part where maybe yes, there is a considerable amount of population still watching TV. It is reducing. We've both agreed on that. Now let's come to the news part of it.
So I think if you consider TV news, or what you can say, the mainstream news, they are not just on TV, they are also on YouTube.
Sure.
Right? We have Aaj Tak channel, which is having around 56 million subscribers or so. So we have that, and I think they are kind of thriving because they are propagating their ideology. I might be repeating my own points. I'm keeping them short. They
The
are
Brahminism ideology or whatever
Brahminism ideology. And I believe that they are getting paid for it.
Yes, they are.
And I believe it will die when the broadcasting bill will come up.
Okay.
So the way we think...
No. Okay. The current bill that we have, which is the Cable TV Regulation Act, right? It is a precursor to the broadcasting bill, right? So what that law does right now is if you are a TV channel, if you are a broadcaster, like TV broadcaster, you have to obey a certain program code. Right? The bureaucrats will make a program code like, oh, you can't do obscene things on TV, you can't say obscene things, you can't say something against someone, defamatory content, yada yada. General, very vague rules, right? Now what happens is, they are very arbitrary, so you can implement it in however way you want. So what happens is, governments have used it traditionally to shut down channels, which is like 24 hours ke liye NDTV was shut down. There is a One News which was shut down for a month. There are many examples of this. I think in Maharashtra recently there was a channel, Marathi channel, which was also shut down for showing a sting operation. I forget, maybe chat will tell me the details. So that is the law that is used to shut down channels, right? What the government was trying to do with this draft broadcast bill is they want to expand the same mentality and apply it on internet. So now I am a broadcaster. If I say anything that is violating the program code or which is interpreted as violating the program code, I will also be shut down. Second is I have to register as a broadcaster, right? Like TV channels do. Third thing is they can come into my house at any given point of time if I have violated the program code according to them. Without warning, they can come in and they can take my equipment away to gather evidence of how I have violated the program code. That is what the broadcasting bill generally says.
Absolutely. So the same thing can be applied to the existing mainstream media channels as well, right? It is being applied, right?
Not when you are government friendly. If you are dissenting, if you are anti-establishment, then the government will selectively apply these laws on people who they don't like, channels they don't like.
So let us consider for some time that I am government. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm not just going to use it against the YouTube channels that are speaking against my agenda.
Yeah.
What I will also do is I'll stop the funding of these channels and start blackmailing them instead.
But why would you have to stop the funding of these channels if you are the one funding the channels? See, that's the thing, no? Like what is happening currently.
It's a lot of money, right?
No, it doesn't. Like, listen, so okay. I need to quickly tell you how advertising funding works. Okay. So there is a TV channel, right? Let's say news channel, right? It has a certain amount of audience. Like for example, English news, elite log dekhte hai. Right. So there will be like particular targeted ads towards that crowd of people, which are a demographic that the channel says is watching them. Okay. So that is how it works, right? Then the advertiser is paying them. In the business that has to survive in a crazy environment like India, chaotic, unregulated, you have to be close to political power in order to thrive and survive and profit. They basically their interest is in keeping the government stable. So which means that if they are essentially funding these people, they don't have to give them editorial कि मतलब अरे तुम मोदी जी को गाली मत मारो, तुम उनके against मत जाओ. What is happening is there is like a relationship forming between the company and the media channel where both of them are dependent, both of their survival is dependent on the government surviving, right? So therefore news is cut out, like anti-establishment news.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying that it will be a symbiotic relationship rather than one party against each
Yes.
other.
So with YouTube also, if you look at it right now, like this Rashmika Mandhana video, did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
So
I guess not.
so okay, I'll
Yeah,
just
Rashmika Mandana. Okay, yeah, I remember.
the
Okay, got it.
Atal Setu video,
Yeah. I do
TR1.
remember. I do.
So they posted like BTS of that today. Like some dumbass, that company which did the video, apparently they put up a BTS video of them shooting on Atal Setu. They had literally bought in like rail tracks, 2-3 cars. They put up, they नारल फोड़ा उन्होंने, मतलब क्या बोलते, नारियल फोड़ा उन्होंने, like शुभ मुहूर्त type. Okay, for that ad. Okay, so like if you look at it, these people are the ones who are, let's say, mercenaries right now, mercenaries on the internet, right? There's a lot of money to be made by being pro-establishment even on the internet, right? There is this Kamya Jani who is doing like railway ka promotion. There is Beer Biceps who did this whole promotion with the ministers. There is Abhi and New to सब लोग point out कर रहे हैं कि वो government supporters है, but they deny it vehemently, apparently. But you see my point. So the money will always come to you if you are pro-establishment, because we are in a system which rewards that, which rewards you being pro-establishment. And that is actually the only way you will prosper. Like all the other gates are closed off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I just had one more point. Should I continue or should I give chance to others?
I think we should take someone else if that's okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll go some other day.
Yeah,
So it
no
is
problem.
about. So the topic is about Modi lying, which I want to.
Okay, so this is
Can
not
you
in the
just add
topic
that
list
point?
right now, so even
Yeah.
I'm not prepared. No, I might be prepared. I don't know, but I'll add it to the list. Then we can do it.
Sure, that
Sure.
would be great.
What is the topic? What is the one line that you want to say for the topic?
I believe Modi is not lying.
Fair enough. Okay, interesting. So I'll have to say, I will say that Modi is lying, and someone will come in and prove that. Okay, got it. Next time.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming. I'm going to take other people now. Let's take someone. Shashi was there for a while last time, so I'm going to take Shashi. I couldn't talk to him last time. Shashi, hello. Hello, Shashi? Are you there, friend? Yashwant is saying, Megnerd is my political science sensei. Thank you so much. Let me read some chat actually. Then I will talk to Shashi if he's there. I think he must have just put in the request and he disappeared. Latest Dhruv Rathi video. I haven't seen it. I will watch it. Those on Pune Porsche case, how can bail be that easy? Thoughts on Pune Porsche case? I saw that case. It was kind of horrible. What? 17-year-old child, rich kid of a builder is going on a joyride, is drunk with two other friends and smashes into a couple on a bike at 200-220 speed, instantly kills them, is beaten up, taken to police station. Police is like, write a 300-word essay on road safety. So,
Hello?
okay.
Can you hear me?
Hi Shashi, hi, how are you doing?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, you have turned on your camera. That's a rarity.
Oh, I was just checking if you can hear
Fair
me
enough.
or not, because I have some problem with my ear. I think microphone, so
Go
that's
on,
why.
go on. It's fine, yeah.
Yeah, there are a lot of things to
Yeah.
debate on the list, so I don't know which one to select.
Pick one. The best one that you want.
Can you put it again? list.
So yeah, the list is in front of you. It's I think streaming now. Yeah.
No, not in streaming, I think.
It is streaming.
Okay, I can. Oh, now, yeah, it's there. Okay, I want to probably take the fifth one.
Fifth one, which is reservations are good but need reform. Okay.
Yeah, I think previous 2 weeks before, I think you had a very long discussion. I don't know if you want to talk about it or.
No, absolutely.
was a
Like, go
doctor.
right ahead.
Huh?
Go right ahead.
Because I think the first thing I want to say is in India, the people are a little confused with their reservations and the financial thing. Because people are like these people, other people from they get reservations in schools and things like that. The thing that they are confused is they are not getting is because maybe lack of schools and other things. They have to think about that from the because if some people get a seat and if they don't get, maybe they need more infrastructure so that more people who are interested in studying things can also get. And also like the finance thing. So they are saying these people are getting things and no, you're not getting the things. So it's more about like you're bringing equality through this.
Shashi, let's focus the argument a little bit because abhi thoda sa I'm having difficulty understanding your argument also. So the sentence is reservations are good but need reform, right? So which is the part of this which you disagree with?
I think the reform part, I don't understand how you mean.
Okay, but like, do you agree with the fact that reservations are good?
Yes, I agree to the fact
but then
that it's
do
good.
you disagree with the fact that they need reform?
Because since I don't have any data to argue on that one, so that's a problem for me to say.
No. It's fine. I mean, like, I'm not forcing you to give me data. I mean, last time there was Acharya Prashant, someone.
I listened to him, but that's not an official one. So
no, I know.
I don't think.
I know, jo bhi hai, but like, my thing is, what do you disagree with? There needs to be something to disagree with, right? Or do you want to pick
I
something
agree
else?
to it, but also like, but you also said that you need a reform or something, right?
Yeah, I said
what kind of reform you want?
Okay,
yeah, what kind of reform do you want?
Fair enough. So my idea of reforming reservations right now at this point of time is I agree with what Rahul Gandhi is saying. First we need data. My first thing is towards reform. Before we think of what the reform policy is supposed to be, we have to figure out are the current systems of reservations working and achieving the objective that they are supposed to? The objective being giving dignity and social welfare for people who have been kept out of the caste system, like the upper caste system, right? So they should be, and also gender, etc. In a way, what I'm trying to say is that it is a social justice issue, which is essentially there have been people traditionally for thousands of years as a result of their birth who haven't gotten social justice. The reservation system was brought in to fix that. But at the same time, we don't know if it actually managed to do that properly. Right, there are complaints all the time that people who deserve reservations are not getting it, and there are complaints all the time that people who don't deserve reservations are getting it, right? And then there is a lot of a flood of anecdotal examples we hear as a result, which is trying to prove either way. What we don't have is data. So my thing is first get data, then we can talk about reform.
Yeah.
But
also there can be an alternative data we can take, but also I don't agree to that the Congress Rahul Gandhi saying it, because they have done a survey in Karnataka, but they haven't never released it. It's been
correct.
Look,
6
years now.
You can argue with whether they will do it at all or not, right? That's not my concern right now. एक तो वो power में है नहीं.
Yes, correct.
Right. Like union, I'm talking about central, like, like census ke saath you should be doing it, right?
Census,
so I'm not talking about that. I mean, whoever wants to do it, even if Modi wants to do it, I'm all for it, right? If Modi basically comes to power tomorrow and says that I'm going to steal the Congress idea and do a caste census because he maybe wants to like defeat,
it should be good. Yes.
Yeah, I would support him.
Yeah.
Congress had already done one economic survey, socio-economic survey or something, which the report was not released, and now they're blaming Modi for not releasing the report.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there is an alternative data also you can use for this if they haven't done it. If we take then like the data from the prisons in India, like if you see 50% of them belongs to the like lower caste and to the other communities that has been served as social injustice for a very long time.
Yes, correct.
So it's almost 45% to 50%, I think. I think it was some years ago I read the data.
Yeah.
So that can also do that it's not so working good.
listen,
Why should there be a yeah.
No, so criminal law reform, if you want to go in that direction, right? So basically, what you're saying is that most of the people in maybe jail or under trials are those from lower caste and also economically backward and just destitute people, right? Privileged people like that fellow we were talking about, that 17-year-old kid who got bail in 14 hours, even after he killed two people. Those people will never be in jail, right? So there is that. That's a criminal law or judicial reform, which is a separate thing. But at the same time, it is also related to caste, right? Which is essentially because these people are not getting the social justice that they deserve. They are in a situation where they are poor, right? Desperate, which leads to more criminal activity. Right, there is a direct correlation between poverty and rising criminal activity, right? Proven many times.
But also all the things that you said, I don't agree, because there can be many dimensions to what you gave the data. That guy who got 14 hours jail, maybe he had a money, power, and he got it through the social justice because he had it more power from their family or
but again,
because they
see,
earn more.
we are going into anecdotal territory again. Like you don't know whether that person uska caste kya tha, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah,
right?
No, I'm also saying that the justice, the people from the lower caste, they cannot afford the things like law or something. It can be judicial.
Correct.
Thing is there. So that's the thing. That's why we are saying that. So in order to bring them up, we can use this data also.
Absolutely. So we are in agreement then. We are not in disagreement.
Yeah. We are not. We are in agreement. But also the one more thing I wanted to say about is, Modi government has been privatizing everything. The one big idea behind is to remove the reservation. For me, personally, what I believe, because they don't want them to get a job. So one thing that I want to change or want like in a reform, need a reform is to have it in the private sector as well as in many sectors to have this reservation. So all the people can have a representation and also come up to the more posts and get. I feel that financial inclusion is the way to get more social justice. So that's.
No, financial inclusion is a separate thing. Social justice is a separate thing. So reservations is not an employment guarantee scheme, and it shouldn't be one.
But it's not an employment guarantee scheme. But it can uplift the people. See, for example, I can say I come from that. I know what the money can do, and what if one person in a family can earn. One family can earn. So
no, but
they can get
Shashi,
to the other.
My thing is, okay, Shashi. So I've heard one argument again, time and again. One reform that people have suggested is, let's say a person gets reservations and gets into like an IIT. You know, that is where all the anecdotal arguments come from anyway.
Yes.
Merit and whatever, right? So so let's say this person gets into IIT, right? So one argument is that, now that they are in IIT, why do they need reservation again? To get into an IIM, to get a job again, to do all these things. If they give UPSC, they will get reservation again, they'll get more attempts, right? So one of the argument which is used is that if you get reservation once, you can't take it again in your life, right? You can take it only at one stage in your life, right? That is a reform that has been proposed. My thing is, again, anecdotal. Like, you don't know, right? Like, I mean, even after this person goes to IIT, their social justice problem might not have been solved, right? Their family might still be poor. They might be from a poor background still. They might be from a village. So, social justice mila nahi hai, right? This person getting into IIT is just one step, right? They might need to do it again. So, there is no data to prove that if you give multiple reservations versus if you give one time, then it will work or not work, right? So see, we will get stuck into this anecdotal circle jerk.
Yes.
Yeah. So
but like you, like the one you said, like the scheme for the job and things is not, but I think it should also, that matters a lot for the people with the job too. I think when they get the job offers also, it matters a lot.
I'm
Because,
on the fence about giving reservations in jobs at the moment. Because my worry whenever this is suggested is how it will be implemented, because I have seen so many policies being implemented and implemented badly, and loopholes being kept so that other people benefit from it who shouldn't, that I'm worried about that. Like when it comes to private reservations, like the amount of shell companies we have, the amount of creativity that will come out of it from people who want to like subvert the system will be crazy, right? So I don't know how to implement it. Ek to, for example, like think about this, most of our country is what is it called, informal economy, right? Informal economy mein how will you implement a reservation? How will you do it?
Well, that's a bit difficult, but still you can have a government that can have a thing like imagine like if you have say that in a board of members, like say we registered company in India, we don't need to go to so many like a registered company in India.
But not every company registers, no? Thela-walas don't
Yes,
register.
yes, that's okay. That's okay, but we need at least some steps. It's okay because you don't need to have a like 100% first.
Look, I agree. Like, they need to become a part of the formal economy. They need to, for example, they need to open a bank account, right? Financial inclusion, right? That is the basic minimum, right? Which is like, which makes them formal, right? Like let's say it makes them formal. UPI laga diya. So they are a part of the formal economy somehow because their money can be now tracked by the state, right? In this case, would you say that like across the board there should be reservation? Should there be like a cap which is like, oh, if you have more than 200 employees as a company, then you have to apply it? Or will there be another number which is like, oh, if you have 50 members or 500, or will it be turnover based, which is if your turnover is larger than this, then you have to give reservation? That makes no sense to me.
But also, do you know there is an unknown law? Accordingly, it goes in the Europe and in the USA that it should be a diverse.
So sorry, I have to interrupt you because Dev here has made a very good point. He said, bro, the compliance burden on SMEs is already very high. The funny thing is, Dev makes a very interesting point, because what happens is, and I've spoken to like some, SME owners, etc., is like they don't want to grow. Like they're like, if we grow after a threshold, there will be more regulations on us and it will cut into our profits and operations. It will be very expensive. So we don't want to grow. We just want to stay small. They'll rather open a different company and do the same thing, but that will also be an SME. Some of them do it because they also get incentives.
Yes, that's good. That's good. I think the small companies needs to be many more. I agree, but I'm not saying it's to be a law, but it should be there. So that, because it's an unknown law in many countries in Europe and in USA, it's going on that they want it to be more diverse. So
true.
It's like
inclusion hona chahiye. So like inclusion has to happen from the company perspective. We should force them socially force them to do it.
Because I have seen in India many companies, university and things. You will never, I don't think, like, you just openly ask you to write your caste on the application form. So how do you control those things? So I think it's the government also should say, okay, you need to have this kind of things to have it some certain percentage of people. You need to show more. So, for example, all the top.
I'm not sure how that will be also implemented, honestly. But Shashi, I think I'm going to.
It's not about the implementation. It's not about the implementation. It's about the changing also the mindset from the people.
True. So that needs education.
Yes.
That needs debates like these, right? But nobody's doing it anymore. So we need like nuanced conversations around these topics, and that's why I included it. Like, it's okay. We can have difference in opinions. It'll be nuanced. It'll be minor, but it's fine. We argued it out. It's fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Shashi, I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to take someone else now. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks. Okay. So there is some activity happening on the Curious Banda 2.0 is back because of liberals have become too woke and elite that the whole world has started moving towards right wing, it seems. Does Curious Banda want to debate? Abhineet wants to go on. Abhineet, okay. Let's do a nuanced rage. Let's see.
Hello.
Hi, Abhinit. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you. Thank you for taking me on.
Yeah.
So can I start by telling you?
Just sorry. One thing, guys. Chat, is my volume level very different? Because someone was saying that I am deafening, but the person on the thing is not. Is the volume level too disparate? I'll
I think
change
you're
that.
fine.
I'm fine. No, but on stream it was fine.
Yeah, I think you're fine on Discord. I muted YouTube. Vessel.
Okay. No, turn down the volume. It's all right. Oh, okay. Cool. Everybody's fine. Go on.
So I'll speak.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. So thank you for taking me on. I tried last time as well when you had the debate stream and you had started, and I just want to say I really admire what you do.
Thank you.
And I've loved you even in News Laundry, and I'm not sure whether you're still a part of it since you've started off.
I am not a part of it. I quit 2 years ago now.
Oh,
yeah.
Pardon my ignorance. Then.
No, it's fine.
Yeah. Anyway, I still love what News Laundry does. Say like Abhinandan and Manisha.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me personally, it's a little difficult because I don't know if I'll disagree with any of the like takes that you have over these issues.
Right.
But like I myself constantly, struggle arguing with my, colleagues or my juniors, let's say. And especially now with the election around the corner, it's a huge topic. I was thinking like, can I share some of the things, like reservation was brought up. So I'm a doctor in one of the best colleges.
Wait, sorry, but nuanced rate, you have to tell me which one you are disagreeing with first, the topics?
Yeah. So right now the guy who was just on Shashi. So he was talking about reservation, right?
Can I request something? Can we not talk about reservations?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Like, is there any other topic? I request. Yeah.
No, I agree. I won't go into reservation, but I felt like I have this kind of statement that I wanted to make on it.
Go on.
Anyway, we'll go on after that. So I'm a doctor. So I studied in Karnataka. I'm from Bangalore. Now I'm in Delhi, in one of the quote unquote best medical colleges of the country. And so I generally take classes for MBBS students. And a couple of things I wanted to share, but I'm saying like in Karnataka as a case example, Karnataka has started, I think, around 20-25 private medical colleges in the last, let's say 10 years. And ever since Modi has come, there is a liberalization of medical colleges. Like earlier, you had to open medical, you had to grease a lot of palms, you had to spend a lot of money, and now they've made it easier to open a medical college, right? And see, when a private medical college opens, it's the unspoken rule that they give almost all of it to management. And today MBBS seats go, like the going rate for education is like 80 lakhs, 1 crore. 80 lakhs is actually like 4 years ago. I think it's like 1 crore, 1.2 crores today for just a undergraduate degree. And those who like private colleges that do it, they have very poor infrastructure, very poor teaching quality. They pay so less that people are not willing to go and work there. You get my point?
Rural postings.
Not rural, as in like it'll be in Bangalore, outskirts of Bangalore, whatever. Like I'll tell you, in Bangalore itself, the big colleges.
But the overall point that you're trying to make.
Anyway, I'll just make my point in a sentence then.
Yeah.
So these management, like there is 100% reservation for people with money, right? So if you have 1.3 crores, you have like any new college that opens up, you pretty much have a 100% guarantee that you'll get.
So it's paid seats.
Yeah, it's a paid seat.
Correct.
But see, medical education especially, like if you look at how important healthcare is to society as a whole, or let's say medical education, the quality of medical education, so that the kind of doctors who come and treat you next, you know, so that the private colleges cannot keep up. The only thing they can do is take your money, give you the degree in the end.
Okay,
And
so you
they
mean
try very
there
hard.
needs to be? Are you saying that there need to be more government-run medical colleges?
I think all colleges should be nationalized and
Correct.
turned into a.
Matlab, yeah,
I mean,
I
that's my
actually
personal opinion. I don't know.
no. I
Because I feel
absolutely.
healthcare is, yeah.
I absolutely am in the boat that healthcare and education should both be free
Yeah, up
and
to
supported
see,
by the
if
government.
if someone wants to do a PhD, who are you to stop him for economic reasons, right?
Correct.
Or wants to do an MD, why should you stop him by saying you don't have enough money to pursue a degree?
Correct.
I mean that, but again, someone might say this is too idealistic. It takes money and whatnot. But I'll just say, when we were a poorer country, like when India was a much poorer country, we spent much more on educating. I don't know, like government hospitals, even though there were few, they actually trained a generation of doctors which have gone out and served multiple countries. Like, you know, UK, US, you have like, I guess 20-30% of all doctors there are Indian who have been trained here. And it's because of the quality that a poor country could afford for its citizens. And today we are a much richer country.
Correct.
And the only education we give is subpar. So that,
absolutely.
forget about going abroad, or just about even studying here and serving here. And I feel like, like being a, okay. So now if I come to reservation, I feel like, like money and caste goes together, as in like those with the upper caste and resources, obviously, they come take medicine and they enjoy the prestige of being called a doctor.
Right.
Okay. But the reason you respect a doctor is because he can see humans as, without caste, creed, gender. Ideally, but historically, that has never been the case. And here, I would say, today we are looking at a system that is, inherently unsustainable. It's going to collapse. You can't just keep churning out subpar doctors and expect the economy to be.
So your argument, you keep saying reservations, but your argument is also about medical reform, medical education reform.
Sorry, I'm speaking to medical. Yeah.
No, fair.
Because,
I mean, you were making very good points. Don't take me otherwise, right? But yeah.
Okay. Anyway, my point was that, to give you a good example, Vivek Ramaswamy, the crazy Republican candidate this time,
yes.
his mother was a graduate of Mysore Medical College. Okay. I mean, that you could allow, what can I say? That he is probably from a upper caste. I don't know. I don't want to speculate. But I'm saying, like, if you have the, I come from a Brahmin family, but they were very poor and they, whatever. Like,
But
I
Shashi,
grew up in a
you're
joint
not
family.
making the overall point. I feel like you're going
Yeah,
a little in
sorry.
circles, thoda sa. Like, ek to calm down. Are you nervous?
I guess a little bit, because I was, I really wanted to talk to you and
Okay.
I didn't know. Yeah, anyway, I'll calm down.
No. Thoda sa breathe, right? But okay. So, like, the point you were trying to make, essentially, let's go back to the reservation thing. But can we move
I
on
guess
for
we're-
reservations? And is there anything
Yeah,
else?
let's move on. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. So with reservation, I'm just saying, like, those who keep talking about reservation, these kind of, like, if you have if you're half here, half there, I'll tell you, there is a management reservation. Like, if you're rich, there is a reservation for you.
Correct.
Okay.
No, I
If
absolutely
you're
agree.
rich,
Like, your point, which you made, great
point
one-liner,
is
by the way. Sorry, great
Yeah.
one-liner ki 100% reservation is for rich people.
Yes,
Very good point. Yes.
Yes. If you're rich, 100% reservation is there for you. You have to just qualify for an exam and you are there. And I don't think
got
they
your
should
overall
also be
point.
stopped.
No,
And
absolutely
I
got
don't
your
think even the rich kid shouldn't be stopped if he wants to study. But everyone should study, as in, anyway.
Okay.
Anyway, let's please move on. So I was following the
Just a
election.
second. Can I pause you for before you move on? I just want to address chat a little bit. Guys,
Yes.
please don't engage trolls, as Shweta is saying. Please don't do it. Cross talking mat karo. There will be specific trolls which we all know who will want to trigger you and ruin the atmosphere of this entire session. They come for that purpose. They get vicarious pleasure out of that purpose. Do not give them too much attention. Just a small request, don't do it. The second thing is that Trishi 4, just stay. I want to talk to you about coalition government. So after this, I'll take you, okay? So go on, nuanced rage.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Can I ask you one thing? I've been really hopeful that this time Modi is going to lose. And it's partly because I really just hope. And I feel like he's kind of slipping. Like when he's talking about this, flagrant statements like Adani, Ambani, and his series of nonsensical, interviews one after the other with, and I feel like even Rahul Kanwal and, when Rahul Kanwal asked him about the inequality, right? And his answer was like some, 50-year-old, what do you call it?
Vague bullshit. Vague bullshit was his answer.
Vague bullshit. Yeah, no, like, do you want everyone to be poor kind of nonsense? And when he, I feel like that shows that there is the inherent democratic tendency of the people. Even Rahul Kanwal, even if you've sold out yourself, you still just can't be that. That's even like I'll say, like psychologically, your ego can't allow yourself to admit it, right? So you ask like half questions to, appease him. But I feel like, this is a sign of him slipping. But I'm scared that if he doesn't lose now and the next 5 years we allow him to slip, then the damage might already be done, before we can even try to, say, I mean, that's a fear I have, but
Are you hopeful that he'll lose?
I am hopeful because I feel like, Modi's views are like less than 1 lakh and Dhruv Rathi gets million.
Okay, first thing, sorry, nuanced rage. I have to, I also have like this intense sense of protection whenever someone says this. Don't be hopeful about this particular thing. The particular thing which I'm talking No. Particular thing that I'm talking about is that do not speculate on whether Modi will win or not. Do not emotionally invest in it. The current situation as it stands is that very likely Modi ji is coming back. Right? I mean, just analytically and also if you look at the elections are not free and fair. Like by no standards are they free and fair, right? If you count all of these things and the EC ka behavior, the ED ka behavior, all the things that they are doing, the shittiness that has happened over the last few months, that is going to like mount into basically somehow victory. But having said that, I feel very hopeful about one more thing, which is dissent has increased and is more than ever. I feel like more and more people are speaking out against Modi and they're speaking out very brazenly against Modi. So even if numbers say he will win, I feel like the kind of, like the kind of bhakti that was at display and the kind of fear that people had, I think is going away.
Yes. And I feel like even if they're reduced to forming a coalition, let's say, I mean, that's my hope. If they're reduced to forming a coalition, like that is actually a defeat for their, strongman, 400 par bullshit.
Exactly. Like because they have set the target so high that anything less than that, they will feel like it's an insult. Everybody will feel like it's an insult.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I mean, as a doctor, I don't get much time to, let's say, go be part of activism, even though I would like to. But I went to the CAA NRC protests in 2019. Okay. I mean, it might be a time where it's unsafe to disclose it in a public, this thing. My political awakening happened when I went to India Against Corruption, Anna Hazare and whatnot in Bangalore. When I was 17, and friends just walked in, we have 11th, 12th students. We just walked into the Freedom Park. We just said India should be against corruption, just stood there, came back. We felt safe. We had ice cream and we came back. today, I mean, when I went to NRC, it was like obviously like like water cannons that are shooting, and like obviously the tense environment, and obviously it's much worse today. I'm sorry if I'm going into the this thing. I
No,
was
no, no,
just
no.
expressing.
I feel
Yeah.
like you had a lot of things to say. Just, and it's okay if
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
saying
yeah.
that.
I'm trying to put that all in.
That's fine. But
Yeah.
if you don't mind, I have to take Trisha on now. If that's fine.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Thank you for giving me this time.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for talking to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
I
Bye.
remember my
Yeah.
one-liner. If
Yeah,
you
yeah,
are
yeah.
rich, you have 100% in this.
Absolutely.
Like
Great
my.
one-liner. I must say. I think chat also likes it. Chat, if you like that one-liner, please say hi. Okay. Thanks, Nuance Rage.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Let's take Trishi. Hello. Hello, Trishi. How are you doing?
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes. Hello. I know you are a very regular
Hello. Good
person. Thank you
evening.
so much for tuning in so regularly. Must appreciate.
I I love being here. I love being a part of the community. This is one of the only spaces where I feel comfortable talking freely, and it's an honor for me to speak with you. It really is an honor. I've learned a lot. I've followed you, and I aspire to be a bit like you when I'm
Oh,
slightly
that's
older.
really sweet. But that's the thing. Like, I mean, the entire exercise of this was to create this space. So I'm glad it's working. I'm glad you're comfortable. It's big validation
Thank
for
you.
me. Yeah.
Okay, so I have a short answer and a long answer. What
Okay.
would everyone
So
prefer?
we are debating on we are debating on coalition government is ideal, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
point number
I'm
8.
taking the negative.
Yeah, you are saying coalition government is not ideal.
Yep, it's not ideal.
Go on.
So, is are we doing like a format or is it just open?
Yeah, open. Like, bolo bolo.
Okay. So one of the biggest issues with the coalition government,
Hmm.
I'm looking at it majorly from a governance perspective because electoral politics is a churning pot. We all know people come and go, leaders come and go, parties come and go.
Hmm.
But from a governance and policy perspective, and obviously you know better, but I would still like to debate you.
Go on,
I
go
will
on.
still
No,
take the negative and
absolutely.
say
We're peers here. Don't worry. Huh?
there is so much delay in passing bills. There are policy gridlocks, and it's so difficult to get things through because everything has more levels of permissions and approvals required.
Right.
So from a policy perspective, things are much slower in a coalition government. And the issue is that, of course, unholy alliances. We see how Mamta is with NDA one day and then UPA one day, and those are the main reasons why coalition governments become unstable.
Right.
And I actually do have a
Just to
solution.
recap. Sorry. You said many things at the opening, so I'm just going to go one by one. Right. The third point you made was instability, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Right. Ek second. I'm just going to recap. Just tell me if I got it correctly. So your argument is that in a coalition government there is A, policy making is slower. B, there are like situations of policy paralysis, etc., delays and gridlocks, right, which affect policy making, which is a bad thing. And the third point you are making is that there can, because of instability, the coalition ka instability, it can turn into a disaster. Basically, the government ka perpetuity will end.
Yeah, and also ideologies don't match in a lot of cases.
Ideologies don't match. Okay, cool. Okay, so right. So which one do you want to take first? Let's look at the policy paralysis, slower bill delay, all the things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go. So your argument is that policy paralysis is a thing, which means in a coalition government, because there are so many people who are opinionating and debating. And so many like sort of bottlenecks towards agreement and passage of a law, which means that you have to convince so many people at the same time for a law to be passed, so it is slower, right?
Yeah.
So why is that bad?
It is bad because we know that in alliances, it's always the junior partners that benefit more than the majority partners or the larger partners. So the junior partners, because they know that their coalition is not long term, they use that opportunity to extract as much money, as much power, as much information as possible when they are in the government.
But
So, for example,
you're thinking from the perspective of a political party. If you think from the perspective of a citizen, right? The benefit of a proper law being passed is for the citizen, right?
but it's not, because it's always from the perspective of the legislator or party, because no law is passed unless the party or whichever party is in power see benefit from it, see electoral benefit
No,
from
okay.
it. So anyway, everything is
Let's focus on the word slow policy making, right? Because what your essential argument is that in a coalition, policy making is slower or sometimes not at all, right? I don't agree
Not
with
at all. Slow is not the problem. Slow is
okay.
not at all the problem. It's the fact that things don't get, they're diluted so much.
But
Because
that is a
let's
good
say,
thing, right? No, I don't understand why that's a bad thing.
okay, so if I have to elaborate, I
Yeah.
will say, let's say a policy is well constructed.
Correct.
The larger partner in the coalition constructs the policy, and they go through stakeholders, whatever, and then they pass it around their alliance partners, and their alliance partners aren't okay with one or two things.
Correct.
Because it will negatively affect them electorally in their own state or something.
Right.
Then they will hold it back. They will say, no, we're not going to vote for this. We reserve the right to vote against your bill.
Which is
So
fair,
that
right?
even if the policy is good, it exposes it to being voted against in parliament, because it might hurt someone.
So here's the thing. Okay, it's a very good point, but that I think is a feature, not a bug. Because, for example, let's take it regional parties. Like I have been a part of like situations like UPA 2 के time पे या फिर even Modi 1.0 के time पे where the BJP needed support from the regional parties that I was working with. I've never worked with a national party. I always worked with regional parties, right? NCP के साथ या TMC के साथ या फिर BJD के साथ. And you're absolutely correct when you say that there are some deal makings that happen in the middle, right? For example, GST के law में, I'm just giving a vague example. Let's take Motor Vehicles Act, right? Motor Vehicles Act, if you're going to pass it, let's say BJD का like the Naveen Patnaik, he doesn't like point number 4, 6 and 7 in the bill, right? Now what he does is he goes to Modi and he says that, listen, if you don't change this, I'm not going to agree with this, right? So what is Modi's job here is to basically either try to convince Naveen Patnaik and his party that these are good things, or Naveen Patnaik convinces him that these are bad things. And then amendments are brought in and that is changed, which means BJD now supports the law because it is reflecting the needs of what the BJD wants. Right? Now you can argue whether those are representations based on what the people want. True, might or might not be, but there is a chance that people ka actual needs and in policy making are better reflected in this situation because the regional party has a say at least, right? In a majority government,
What would you say is the percentage that is a lawmaker or a regional party's interests are aligned? What would you say is the percentage where the intentions are clean?
How would you quantify it? Honestly, it would be based on the situation, right? It also is based on the situation of the central government, by the way. For example, if the union government in a coalition, like let's say the majority party in a coalition is desperate to pass a law, it is one of their main promises, right? They know that if they are not able to pass this, they are screwed in the next election, right? And who is holding them back is one or two regional parties. Right. So what is the option there? They have to figure out a way to negotiate with them, debate with them in a way to bring them on their side, at least with this one policy, or drop the clauses that they are not okay with, which will dilute the law. Right. And you have a problem
Or
with
strong arm them into agreeing.
Also, good point. They can strong arm them into agreeing also. But then if it's a majority government, it's easier to strong arm them into agreeing versus a coalition government because they will just be like, मैं तो support खींच लेगा, government गिर जाएगा तेरा. So they won't be able to strong arm that much also, right?
Makes sense.
And
Makes
fun
sense. Yeah.
thing that happened. Like again, I'm not giving you specifics because I'll get into trouble. There were these situations where some small party, right? Like regional party, like with 5-6 members, would go to a party with a little bit more members, which is like 20 members. Even if that party basically is not really interested in like arguing with the government on a particular bill, rokna nahi hai, this small party and the state that they are in power will have a deal with the other party, the smaller party, and they will then start opposing it, because there is a three-way deal happening now between the parties, right? So not only is one state benefiting, two are benefiting, right? Now imagine if all the coalitions come together as a block, right? Smaller regional parties, and they form like this protest block against a bill, let's say the farmers bill, right? If it comes back in a coalition government and there is a block of these regional parties who are stopping it, right? A situation like farmers protest will never happen. Modi will either have to back down completely or bring in a bill which will break this dreadlock. Does that sound fair?
It does make sense.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Next point. Next point is instability.
Yes.
Go on. Instability. What do you think?
Okay, so instability, I mean, we've seen it historically, we've seen it in not just in India, in so many multi-party democracies or countries that pretend to be multi-party democracies, but I technically have just one national idea of how the government should work. Anyway, so the problem is, let's say there is an alliance forged, let's say a post-poll alliance.
Right.
And it is an unholy alliance of parties that have completely diametrically opposing ideologies.
Yes.
The problem with that is, during the election, both these parties will refrain from campaigning on core issues that they disagree on. For example, Aam Aadmi Party, Congress, whoever it may be. And then when they do come to power, the larger partner, let's say, I'm not going to take names, but the larger partner, let's say, they want to deliver on something. It will cause
Let's take
issues.
names in this case, because it will become more clearer. Still, bolo.
Okay, so let's say there is, I don't recall right now, let's say there is a huge policy that the Congress wants to bring in, but the Aam Aadmi Party or TMC are not okay with. And it hasn't been spoken of already. And they haven't spoken about it because they're like, whatever, election ke baad dekh lenge. And then they disagree, and then the coalition splits, it breaks apart. And then it will be kharido fine, buy MLAs, buy MPs, all that, the whole thing will start again.
Correct.
And either fresh elections happen or an illegal government will come to power. And that is more likely to happen when there is an alliance of non-like-minded parties, which lands up happening in India.
But
So
that's
my
not
issue,
necessarily a bad thing, honestly speaking. I think the one assumption that you're running with is that political parties have ideologies at all. Sure, there are some core ideologies which are okay with their core base voters. For example, Shiv Sena. Let's take Shiv Sena. So Shiv Sena, before the split, was a proper Hindutva party, which is even more right-wing than the BJP of Atal Bihari era. Right? Bala Saheb Thackeray and what he says was very radical. Right? Now, we are in a situation where Uddhav Thackeray and his son and all the things, they're quite liberal. Right? And also like the Kattar part of their party moved away and went into BJP because now they are more aligned with the BJP than these people were earlier, or currently are with the BJP, right? Now, if you look at it, think about it this way, right? Which is the unholy alliance, the word you used, which is, let's say, NCP and Shiv Sena and Congress and an Aam Aadmi Party coming together. That's crazy. If you look at it, that's crazy, right? How did this happen? Like, ideologically, how is this even possible, right? Because they don't have ideologies. NCP though definitely doesn't have an ideology. It's just a no-brainer. Shiv Sena, I think, is in a situation where it can't afford to have an ideology. Right? Aam Aadmi Party also cannot afford to have an ideology, but they still are having a very basic ideology of focusing on education and healthcare. right? Then if you look at Congress, their ideology is a shifting ideology, right? They're like an umbrella party which wants to get all of these people together into so that is their ideology. So, but it is in the current environment, right? So how can you say this, like, or who can say this, that Nitish Kumar will not turn again? That means an entire party turning
before assembly elections.
Yeah, like, and like there is this another thing, no? Ki, let's say they don't do well in this one, the central elections. हमारे मिंधे, what they call him, Shinde sir की जो शिव सेना है, the OG शिव सेना apparently, whatever. They don't do well in the central elections, right? There is a stark, noticeable damage that they cause in Maharashtra, assume, right? Do you think that party will survive then? BJP will just be like, oops, we dropped you. No, we don't want to do shit with you. Now, Shinde can't go back to Shiv Sena, the Uddhav Shiv Sena, which is now a completely rebranded party. By the way, they did them a favor, I feel like. Because already when Aditya and this one were doing like liberal stuff, everybody was like, Shiv Sena jaise nahi lag raha hai ye. So now they have a new symbol. It's a completely new party. They did them a favor. So they will thrive then.
True, that does make sense. But the one feature of this that we won't see now, we'll probably see a little later, is that people are being forced to vote for parties that have done a lot of things against their community or their identity or them individually. For example, like, okay, I will take names because I am mad. I'm a little mad at this thing, but I will take names. For example, Kanhaiya did not say much during the 2020 riots. He was relatively silent. He himself was going through a career change or shift or whatever.
Correct.
And now he is a candidate in the very same place that went through all of that trauma. And now people are forced to vote for him because there is no other alternative. And Muslim people, Muslim community in Mumbai and other areas where Shiv Sena UBT is strong, are being forced to vote for Shiv Sena UBT. We saw visuals on Twitter where Muslim people were campaigning for Shiv Sena with the gamcha, the orange gamcha. And it seems funny, but it is sad because it means that you're forced into voting for people that have done things that you don't agree with, and you don't really have a choice. And the majority of people will end up voting for the opposition just because there is nobody else better than
absolutely
them or whatever.
And that is absolutely valid argument, right? Valid like description of the lesser evil argument, I feel like.
Yeah.
Here's the thing though. Okay, let's say Aam Aadmi Party le lete. Aam Aadmi Party during the Delhi riots, their behavior was very shady. I was also wondering what is happening here, right? And then that is when that whole soft Hindutva tag came in on them, right? Which is like they're not doing anything.
Exactly.
And then weird thing happened, which is one of their MLAs, I forget his name, Tahir. Chat, please tell me the name of the MLA who was accused of the Delhi riots. Like there were like people on his rooftop who were throwing stones, and there were like videos going crazy, and how Aam Aadmi Party has engineered this whole riot thing. It forced them to basically react to it and also condemn it, right? So basically in BJP's excitement of finding an opportunity to attack Aam Aadmi Party, they actually make them react, right? Tahir Hussain, yes, thank you, CANC. Tahir Hussain was the one. So my thing is that, even if a party is being shady, right, it is possible to hold them accountable, right? Where people have been constantly questioning, why aren't you talking about this? Why aren't you talking about this? Why aren't you talking about this? Your problem though is that now they are getting rewarded for it. Is that your issue?
Could you repeat your last sentence?
No. I mean, your problem is that even if they did nothing for it, like during the Delhi riots, if we take it, Aam Aadmi Party, your issue is that Muslims are forced to vote for Aam Aadmi Party candidates still because they are the lesser evil.
That's one case. Yeah, there are other cases also
of course,
where you have to vote for the.
Essentially, what you're saying is that, look, I mean, think about it this way, right? There is the known threat, and there is the unknown threat, right? If you're thinking of it completely on the lines of religion and persecution, right? If there is a known threat, which is the BJP, who is the prime minister, is going and तुमको गाली मार रहे हैं, तुम्हारे community को गाली मार रहे हैं, तुम्हारे community को divide कर रहे हैं. It's very obvious what they're trying to do. All through, like, throughout the leadership rather. The second is Aam Aadmi Party, who does things like Delhi government sponsors Hanuman Chalisa reading. Did you see that? There was literally a Delhi government sponsored function that they did. Like Ram Mandir ke time pe kuch to bhi kiya tha.
And the Tirth Yatra scheme.
Tirth Yatra scheme, all the things, right? So they don't actively go out and do like this division thing, which means that they're an unknown threat. You know, like at this point of time, they cannot afford to be that outrightly radical. Right? I'm not saying they will never become that. I feel like they are in a position where they can't afford to become that. Right? But BJP has reached a stage where they can afford to do that. Where they know that there is a consistent base of voters they have which will respond to such radical thoughts. Right? And they are their core voter base. So they're doing it. So in a way, when you are thinking of survival, which one would you prefer?
I mean, lesser evil, but it's still evil.
It is, yes. Nobody is denying that. But then you also have to try not to discount other factors, which is, and I think we get too myopic about just people voting based on religion. It's not true. I feel like a large majority of the people in India still don't vote on religion, right? Caste, yes. Caste is way more important than religion, according to me, when people vote. Like, hamare jati ka aadmi hai, etc. But the other thing that people genuinely vote on are welfare. Ration mil raha hai kya? By the way, government experiences also. Like, if their general government experience of dealing with the police, dealing with the patwari, and dealing with like random people or government officials they meet on a day-to-day basis has changed drastically, that actually makes a lot of people vote for that party which is in power. Because obviously on a day-to-day basis, पहले के पार्टी में harass करता था, अब के पार्टी में harass नहीं करता है. Right? So that will take more precedence rather than, oh ये मुझे harass करता है क्योंकि मैं मुस्लिम हूँ, या फिर कि मैं हिंदू हूँ, मुस्लिम, whatever the situation may be. See, so the reason why people vote is very different. Right? The priorities that they set in their minds are also very different. Right? Some people might vote based on religion, but they're not all people. Right?
Yeah. But just to add one last thing, even a pre-poll alliance is slightly better, I would say. But a post-poll alliance is something the people did not vote for. For example, in 2018 in Karnataka, my state, everybody here was so mad. They were so mad when the JDS decided to go with the Congress suddenly for no reason, because that was the magic number required. And there was also this whole situation where BJP was the single largest party, so they decided, and they had the public support at the time, they had the sympathy at the time, so they were just 2 MLAs short of forming government, 2 or 3. So they went ahead, spoke to the governor, and Yediyurappa was sworn in as the chief minister, and he was given the chance to prove his majority.
Correct.
Okay, so basically the point is, a post-poll alliance is especially, it goes against the spirit of democracy, is what I think. And also one last point, I know I'm taking up a lot of time, but one last point is, now when the whole women's reservation, somebody has to bell the cat or whatever. So
wait,
in
before you
2029,
move to that, can I quickly respond to the first one you made? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so the first one that you made, post-poll alliances, I do not like them either, but I also believe that people punish them later. Like maybe not in the very next election, but eventually the punishment comes, where that unholy alliance has somehow screwed them over. Because that is exactly what is happening in Maharashtra right now, I think, and that is exactly what is happening with Nitish Kumar in Bihar also. And it happened in Karnataka to a large extent. Uttar Pradesh also, yes.
Yeah, and also, today we saw videos of Baspa voters and Baspa poll agents saying, we will be voting for Congress, we don't like Mayawati going with the
Precisely.
BJP.
So punishment comes eventually. थोड़ा धीरे आता है, but आता है. Yeah. The
So
second
the
point. Yeah.
last point. Yes, I'll quickly just repeat it. I don't want to take too much time.
Yeah.
So, for example, the women's reservation bill that will eventually have to come to parliament, and eventually the debate has to happen and all of that. Let's say, for example, so even things like that are coming in the future, so many parties can take advantage of that, or so many parties can be against it. For example, if a local party, or what are they called, regional parties, if a regional party isn't ready to implement the women's reservation bill, and it's a part of the India alliance, let's say the India alliance government comes into power, and it's a part of the alliance, they might withdraw support and say, hey, you can't pass this bill right now, we don't have the ability to follow through with it, and if you insist on passing it now, then we will withdraw support, and then the bill will lapse, and there won't be any movement on
But
it.
it has already been
So
passed.
it's
Like, I mean, the women's
Okay, the
reservation bill has
implementation.
already
Sorry,
been passed. Implementation नहीं हुआ ना अभी तक.
That I'm sorry, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
So, for example, hypothetical. So that's what I mean by delays. So something that has to be done like 10 years, that should have been done 10 years ago, could be pushed 10, 15, 20 years into the future because there isn't agreement or there is political churning.
You know, the thing is,
That
like,
is-
let's take UCC for example. Right, UCC is one of the big things that the BJP wants to do now, which is like they need 400 par because they want to like have a uniform civil code. Modi ji gives like many examples of Goa and Uttarakhand and whatever. That is one of their big agendas now, right? Now let's say in a situation like UCC, if there is a majority government, the Modi government will be able to pass it, right? 400 par. Let's assume उनके पास 400 par है, right? But I don't trust the Modi government to pass it. I don't trust that they will make a good law, right? I would rather have a coalition government, which let's say it's a 10-year government. Like होता है झगड़ा, right? As long as so in a coalition government, listen, when people are in power, the coalition in power, people don't lightly take the withdrawal part very lightly, okay? Like because once you withdraw, not only will the main party lose power, but you are also losing power with them. The government is collapsing, right? You are also a part of it. So nobody wants to like also lose that, right? So it's a very serious thing to withdraw that support, right? It should be like a massive breaking point that they have reached where they will be like, nahi, ab to isse zyada kuch nahi ho sakta, right? Then the second point is that in a coalition government, what will happen is, let's say BJPI next time, right? But not in majority. They have a coalition, which is like an NDA coalition. What will happen, and this is the fun part which I want to look at, they might still bring in a UCC. But I feel that BJP in a coalition will be able to pass a better UCC than they would be in a majority. Because now there would be other players who would have leverage. They would have leverage on the BJP to make changes in the law according to what is reflected in their population and their areas of power, which is state level, whatever, right? State governments can pressurize them even more to basically have like a more inclusive law, which means it will become slower. The passage time becomes slower because itna discussion or debate karna padega unko bar. It will take years, which is great, right? Which might also mean that the next government that comes in might also be discussing UCC, which I don't have a problem with, right? Then उसके बाद जो government आएगा, let's say it's a majority government, GST के साथ वही हुआ ना, GST has been discussed since 2005, right? Changes कर करा के finally मोदी जी का जो majority government उन्होंने जो भी pass कर दिया, right? Now Congress will come back and make reforms into it. पास हो गया है, रिफॉर्म करेंगे, राइट? सो इट टेक्स 10 more years in coalition discussion for the UCC to be done. Then another majority government comes, they implement it in whatever way they want. But then now this will be reformed. So it will take a long period for the UCC to actually become like an ideal law. And even then, you don't know how people will be thinking 20 years down the line. So it will keep changing then also.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
basically, coalition governments make sense if they follow a majority government. Like if they come after, it's like putting a band-aid on.
I feel like I always say this: like Parliament is a reflection of the people, right? Modi ji is a reflection of the people, right? Modi ji, if you look at all of his qualities, brands, whatever, right? This is basically the uncle government, WhatsApp uncle government, right? Any WhatsApp uncle you see, who gets who is like super hard-ons when people say dictator, right? Those are the people who have elected this guy. Those are the people who are the loudest supporters of this guy. They are a reflection of this crowd of
22
people,
crore.
right? So if you think about it, once this crowd loses relevance, Modi loses relevance. So some other people will gain relevance. There will be a void created. So if the coalition government, if you want to look at it, it is a reflection of the people, right? Which is essentially people think that their regional voices are being suppressed, their identities are being suppressed, may it be caste identities, may it be religious identities, may it be whatever identities. So they would want a government that reflects that in parliament, which means in a diverse country like India, coalition was the only option. See?
Yeah, that does make sense.
You are a very enjoyable person to debate with. I have to tell you that, Trisha. Yeah.
Thank you. That means a lot. I just have one last thing. I actually came into this debate with a solution in mind, with a proposed solution, because I don't want to just debate without reaching a conclusion.
Go on.
So one electoral reform, I think that we really badly need is putting term limits on the Prime Minister's office.
Oh, yes.
I think if we do that,
absolutely,
then
100% agree.
Yeah.
100% agree. And also, I think we should write it in law that there needs to be like a separate voting by the parliament to elect the prime minister. And it should be a secret voting. It should be secret voting. Like, so it basically, the prime minister is essentially kind of a reflection of the majority party right now. So majority party select karke bana dega types, right? You know, but what I think is the prime minister should also be a reflection of the parliament in general. So there will be a consensus candidate which the entire parliament will have to pick. And it should be like a like 50% plus vote essentially, right? And of course, that person should have term limits. ये bullshit नहीं चलेगा कि तुम 15 साल 20 साल rule करते रहो. That just doesn't make sense to me. It's so bizarre.
Yeah, even at the state legislature level.
Oh,
basically reclaiming legislation.
Absolutely. Like Naveen Patnaik for like what now, 25 years?
Exactly.
Ridiculous, 24 years.
Yeah.
I was working in Sikkim. Pawan Chamling was there since Sikkim became a part of India only. No, 90s se saath, not that. 90s se Pawan Chamling. 25 years. Ridiculous. No opposition. Right? It was crazy. Like the amount of things we could do in that tiny state as SDF, because I was working with the ruling party, was crazy. Like कोई मतलब इतना unfettered power था ना, तो कभी भी डर लगता था कि भैया थोड़ा ज़्यादा ही पावर नहीं दे रहे हो हमको. Like, and if you look at what West Bengal में CPIM government, so long, what is this? People get outdated, man. Why are they there?
That does make sense. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
In your personal experience, do you think coalition governments are more responsive because they're constantly on edge and they're trying to maintain the majority?
Yes.
Or do you think singular majoritarian governments are more responsive?
I feel like coalition governments are beautiful because they are fighting with each other all the time. I have a very large theory around this, that if the government is incompetent and useless, the bureaucracy is incompetent and useless, people take shit in their own hands and work harder to make things happen. So because if it's a majority government, they're like, अरे मोदी जी सब कर रहे हैं ना, but मोदी जी कुछ कर नहीं सकते honestly, because it's crazy to do things in this country. So coalition government, people were like, अच्छा झगड़ा देख के they get tired, हाँ ठीक है, let them do whatever, we will do our own thing, and इसीलिए GDP बढ़ता है. Like business तो हमको ही करना पड़ेगा ना फिर. Like ये तो कुछ कर नहीं रहे, पास ही नहीं हो रहा है. So but yeah, thank you so much, Trisha. I have to say bye-bye to you. And thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. Yeah. I'm so sorry for taking up so much time, but it means a lot.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I've been wanting to talk about coalition governments for a while, so thank you for this.
Thank you so much. Good night, chat. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Bye. Okay, friends, we are ending the debate right here. I'm going to answer some super chats and chats in general. I will be here for like 10 minutes. But thank you so much, guys, who have been waiting. I'm sorry I couldn't come to you. But next time हम करेंगे और करेंगे. If this was enjoyable for you, debates, please leave a comment, like, do the things. If you like the format, you know the drill. Because I mean, I genuinely don't know still if everybody likes this format or not. I mean, I'm not like, at least a majority should like the format. No, like not everybody will like it. People will tune out, but yeah. Anyway, let us look at super chats. Escanor, thank you so much for the 20 memberships, friend. Very much appreciated. Jatin, Trishi has restored my hope in younger generation. I must also give you that sentiment back, Trishi. Absolutely. You're a good debater, I must say. Very good. Good. I like these kind of conversations. Treat for Alu. Also, should libel laws... Treat for Alu. Thank you so much. Alu thanks you. वो बाहर भाग गई अभी. उसका चिल्लाने का time हो गया. Also, should libel laws apply to media as well? I think they should also be held responsible to a standard of truth and reality. What do you say? Libel laws are not very good in my opinion because they are always applied by the establishment. And the establishment will always want to shut down people who dissent with the establishment. So it is kind of pointless. So the protection that should be offered should be that despite the establishment, there should be more dissent, and that should be encouraged. Libel laws is the opposite of that. And plus, if you have, let's say, if there is a defamation, case, then you need to quantify what reputational damage has been caused to you. You have to prove that in court. Like, मेरा share market में मेरा price गिर गया because of something that someone said, which is a material loss that has happened to me. My health went down because my health was affected. I got stress. I got, bypass surgery करना पड़ा. Doctor से certificate लेके आना पड़ेगा. 3 doctor से court में prove करना पड़ेगा. Then that defamation law will apply. I feel like the conditions of application of these laws needs to be made more stringent, and it should be in the favor of the person who is saying it rather than the one who they are saying it against, right? Of course, if they are being absolutely egregious and starting like a armed revolution or something against the government, with proper plans and whatever, which is like terrorism, that shouldn't be allowed. That is not a thing. But at the same time, there should be more, protest should be encouraged. Dissent should be respected. And all these laws usually brought in by the establishment to shut these down. Libel laws come there, defamation laws come there, slap suits come there, all these sedition laws, etc. come there, UAPA, now PMLA also. So there's a problem there, right? So unless we have like a sensible situation where these laws are being made, I don't think it's a good idea. Jatin, hey, thanks. His justification is all means are acceptable for the larger good in the eyes of Supreme Leader. Oh, the first person who came to debate. No, to be completely fair to Iron, he was not expecting it. He's also a young person. Don't judge too harshly, friends. Listen, we are creating a nice space where people can come in and talk. Let them. Don't judge too harshly. Chat, don't do this. I expect you to be better. Just generally as people. He's trying to say Modi ji is the lesser evil, so let him stay in power by whatever means possible. Oh, I have read this, Shamik. Thank you so much. I think I'm done with the super chats. Okay, brain not brainy. Got membership. So many people got memberships. Yes, your conversation was very good. Trisha getting a lot of praise. Jatin sir means a lot. Love the debate. This is best back and forth. Nice. So people like this format. We'll do it again. Don't worry. I also like this debate format. Okay. So I'm going to shut this down now. I'm going to end this stream now. But this week I'm going to try and do more streams. One will be like a reaction video stream, which will happen either tomorrow or day after. I'll figure it out. And I was thinking I'll react to either the NDTV interview or the Smita Prakash NTR interview. I don't know. I haven't made up my mind, but I'll figure that out. And I'll try to get Vimo if he's available. So yeah, if you're a member, you will have access to the recording. recording, so you can come in and look at the recording. If you're not a member, you'll have to wait, and the reaction video will be edited and put out later, but it will not have everything. Okay, friends. Okay, bye. I shall see you soon, very, very soon. Bye.